I'm upset.
I'm sorry.
Oh wait, hang on. I forgot to do a thing. I will return to you momentarily.
Alright, go do a thing. I will adjust my webcam options.
Oh, you sound sick, Thomas. You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm actually doing a lot better than I was before, but I was and am a bit sick.
Oh, Thomas.
Oh.
I don't know what happened. After I came
Gosh.
home, I lost my voice like completely for like 2 days, and I started getting it back yesterday, like exactly 1 day ago. So
You got a bug.
Gosh.
yeah, I don't know. I'm slowly getting it back.
Little. I have to show you all. I don't know how I will show you, but these very cool dice. Hang on, let me. Let me.
Dice are among us.
What's this? Can you see?
I can see. Oh my god.
Oh,
Yes.
awesome. Shit.
Oh, nice. Oh my
I
god.
love them.
Wait, yeah, it's that way up. Yes.
Wow. Oh my god.
So.
Oh
yes,
my god.
They're called heartbeat dice, and each 20 there's a little heart on it.
Oh my goodness.
I love that dice.
I really
Nothing
wanted
is
to get, so ordered a bunch of them. Tom's gonna get 3 of them, and I really wanted the bi-color one, but like it sold out in a day. But yeah, so hopefully then the next 2 pre-orders I really want. Yeah.
Those are really cool. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Also, Lily, are you in your like future apartment now?
Huh?
Are you in your future
yes.
apartment? Oh my god.
This is
How
my
is it?
apartment. It's really nice. Good job, Thomas. You gave good suggestions. It actually looks really ugly from this view, but they have a nice desk up here, and I've already put my D&D shrine up. Because,
Shrine!
Shrine is
Stand
ready.
the shrine.
Cute.
Sorry for the dim light. I just couldn't be bothered to make up and good lighting. So today we are dim.
Fine.
Don't look at
It
me.
just means that if you get attacked by a drow, they won't have disadvantage. Ha ha ha!
Oh my
That's all I
god.
want
Dim
to
light
know.
joke. Yeah.
Death by drow.
Death by drow.
Death by goulash.
Goulash. Speaking of
So-
goulash.
So spurned. Oh gosh.
Okie dokie. Where
Speaking
am I now?
of,
Speaking of goulash. Speaking of goulash. Section
delicious
36.
goulash. Oh, is it?
We are so far in. Oh my
Freezing.
god. I can't believe
Am I freezing for you guys, or is it just me?
you're all
I'm
good,
just
mine.
freezing for myself. But you're fine for
I thought
me.
you meant cold.
You're fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just refresh it when it bothers me.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm doing. If you ever see me turn the thing on and off
Yeah.
again, that was very funny, Anna. Of Holiday.
Hey, what? What
Sorry.
happened?
And I'm like, I mean, I feel a little bit cold. That's why I have the
Oh my
heater on.
Pink
What's
dice.
the date? 21st.
I'm going to use my
How
pink
is it-
dice and my tarry dice. Oh no,
How
my
is it the
dice.
21st?
Oh my god, it's
already?
later in the week than I thought it was. I thought it was like the 12th or something.
It's shocking, innit? It's actually the worst.
No, I have to go back
I'm
to
so
school.
sad that I'm not in Australia anymore, guys. I
Come
love
back.
that dice.
Come back.
I want to. I want to.
Honestly,
The squad needs to get back together.
every alternate second, just teleport back here.
Oh, could you imagine? It'd be so
It's gonna be
good.
horrible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I'm in Japan, I'm only like a 7-hour flight away, so
True.
maybe I'll be back. I'll be back again before you know it.
Worst case, I'll see you in like
Alrighty.
July or something.
There you go. Alrighty.
Also, I've got to show if this is one of the
Shall
Oh, they look so good.
Ah!
Sorry.
How many did you order, Anna?
4 in total.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I stand. Oh, goulash.
Well, the ace ones for me, and the pan, and then 2. Not sure.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it
Anyway.
is, Emma.
Oh, I was just going to
Other
say,
ones.
did you check your Facebook messages?
I checked my Facebook messages. I sent you messages back. It looks really, really good. I approve all the colors. Keep going. It looks really good.
Okay. Okay, cool. Just checking.
Colours?
Also,
I love
Yeah.
colours.
Aylin, I've had such little time since I got back from Australia, so I'm unpacking today and I'm redrawing tomorrow. So there you go, and then you'll have a thing. I promise.
No worries.
Okay.
I'll say Thomas's reaction was good enough for.
I already had like a mini freak out. I'm just like,
Oh.
I can't even scream properly because I'm just like, my voice is not here.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh.
Drawing that. Oh my god! I've just seen all your replies, like just constant. Like,
I'm sorry for the
I missed
spam.
that.
Oh.
Okay, the skirt gave me so much stress. I had to redraw it.
It
like
looks
3 times.
really,
Now
really,
it's-
really,
now I'm
really,
happy.
really, really good. Yeah, if you
Okay, then.
if you wanted me to approve all the colors there, yeah, they're pretty good. It's fine. You know, just keep going.
They're fine. Just okay.
Okay.
No, I really like every decision you've made.
Sweet. Okay, cool. Well then, shall we? Now that my housekeeping is out of the way, shall we roll for
Let's do it. I'm
recap?
tearing up for real. Okay.
I'm gonna roll with this one.
Aw.
Ha ha ha.
Ah, do it! I want the number
Okay.
closest to 10.
14. No. No.
Oh wow.
Natural 20, Lily.
18.
Dang it.
Mhm.
I've got really terrible notes for this, but
Well,
let's
you can
see.
have help. You can have help from people.
I've got the first part of it, but during that last session, I started getting really sick, and I had like a massive headache, so I stopped taking notes after a bit.
Oh.
But I can read what I do have. Alright, so, during the last hour, Slya is with Brian, they have a chat, and Slya is the one who wants to find Anna Shun someplace. So Slya goes and looks around the makeshift mansion, I think Sovek's mansion, and
Yep.
finds Anna reading a book somewhere in a library, a laboratorium of some description. And then comes across Anna, asks about knowledge regarding Elijah. Slya wants to find Jera, the guard. Wait, did I not? Was there? Did we not find out much about Elijah from that discussion?
No, it was
Okay.
more about her just saying she hadn't really thought about it in a long time and being sad.
Yeah. And then it's like Anna who mentions Jera, I think, potentially. And then the guard. Anyway, so Slya goes and finds the guard. Then I wrote in brackets, time catches up to Riot Rip. Finds the guard, asks about Elijah and Odyssey. Ventured with Elijah way back, mentions a worrying connection with the unstable rift underneath the palace, and potentially the dunes as well. He seemed trustworthy, he might be alive. They seem to be plotting something as well in their free time, we don't know, kind of mysterious. Ooh, oogie boogie. Everybody loves Odyssey, but he seemed troubled. He walked a lot at night, but people didn't disturb him. He was just like, I'm just walking a lot. I have something on my mind, but that is for me to worry about and you to wonder about. That's not in my notes, but anyway. And after that point, I stopped taking notes. So
That's fine.
what else happened before we actually caught up to the rest of the group? Was that it?
Lots of things. Lots of like random things. So if
There
anybody
were-
wants to help me out there, I've got most of it.
Shrek has a razor. That's one thing. Wait, so,
Yeah.
is this after like we all get back to the guard place?
There was a moment where you were all sort of trying to figure out how you were going to get back, and you did eventually go back to the guard's house via Pegasus and Naruto
Yes.
Run, I believe.
And Nev got
left-
Osha to get the items for the holy symbol.
Yeah.
And Bluey carried Jennifer
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
On the quick bits.
And then you arrived.
Oh yeah, Neff also tried to prevent Jennifer from dying quickly. Bandaged her,
Yeah.
pulled out the dagger, left her the dagger behind, told Shrek, and Shrek went and got it. Yeah.
Cass apologized for her kerfuffle, and then learns how to lockpick.
Oh yeah.
Anna, there's an airplane flying over your house.
Yeah.
So that happened. My memory is like really bad of that session for some reason.
It was because it was just too much fun.
Yes.
It was. It was a lot of adjusting on the couch and being like, "Oh, you're there." Sorry.
It was a lot of that, to be honest.
One of the dot points I have here is just Zan and Gelda. So that's really helpful, isn't it, me?
They are there.
Mhm.
They are not the two NPCs that I forgot about were there, though. Those were Anna and Jera, who I had to just roll with that. That's good.
Yeah,
Oh.
sorry for the
No, it was great. It was a real good test of my improv skills, and I think I won out. So
It was good. It
I
was
think
really
I'm
good.
better for it.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice it.
Well, then there you go. There you go. That's good.
Okay.
That's good. And also, it's fun to sort of revisit those bits because it's nice to see what sticks out in your guys' minds rather than what I think is like what you'd remember. So it's interesting. I feel like I got an insight into Slya's psyche.
Asking all the wrong questions to find out the puzzle, but figuring out all the answers she needs, so.
There you go.
I need to sneeze. No, come on, sneeze. Sorry. No, I'm not going to sneeze. All right, sorry.
But I said B.
Be gone, sneeze.
In the future.
Get thee behind me, foul sneeze.
I do. Okay. I'll say what I remember from the session as well because I know that Neff did a bunch of crap. So Neff was after she forgot the dagger behind, went with Shrek on his amazing Pegasus, carved some.
No, you didn't.
Wait, did I not?
Shrek went back by himself.
No,
You
on the
carved
way
on
there.
the way back to the
No.
guard's house.
Shrek brought her there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
he
yeah,
went back.
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
time around.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. The way you described it just then made it sound as if you went with Shrek
No, I
to
stayed
go
back.
and get the knife, and that's when you. Yeah, that's what I thought.
No,
Okay.
no. I didn't mention that part that I went with Shrek there, cried on the horse, carved a thing,
Sure.
ripped a cloak up. That wasn't the cloak. I ripped a thread out. My actual dress is really bad at this point. You get new gear.
Okay, I'll edit it in the art.
No, please do not. I like it non-destroyed. It's gonna be totally torn up and like bloodied. Neff then ran into Brian, and Brian was like, "I am gonna murder you." Not really, but partially, yes. And cleaned Neff for her, kind of, before she took a bath. So that was nice. She got air dried after being washed. Then she went and oh my god, this was the Daniel stuff happened. Oh my goodness, this is like the best thing ever from that entire session.
Oh yeah.
Brian ran into Daniel and they had a very wholesome series of.
This is a friendship that I ship quite hard. Nothing more.
I love this friendship.
I love
True
that pep
friendship.
talk.
Wingman Brian.
He's gonna wingman her.
This is great.
Oh. I think Lorella was at first like confused and didn't know that she had died. But
Yes.
when she did, she was like, "Why'd you do it, Slya?" And Slya's like, "I have no regrets." And it's like, oh.
So
Sorry,
cute.
that's very important.
Yeah, the part
I
that
wrote, oh.
Mama.
I was
Yeah.
rewatching it before,
Slya said, "Don't apologize. I don't regret anything."
It's so good. I'm fine.
This
I'm
is
showing
too
too much
wholesome.
emotion.
Oh yeah, and then Cannonball happened. Daniel, Brian, I need to see this one shot occur at some point in the future of them going out.
There's no
It
one
will.
shot. It's happening. It's
Happening in game.
happening.
All right, I need to see this happening in game.
Canon.
Then.
Oh dear.
Neff made a thing, gave it to Sarazar. Sarazar was happy.
Yeah, what a great gift.
I can't hear her webcam is turned off.
Oh no, you can't. What a great gift.
Yeah, it was okay. It was shambled together last minute, but
Yeah.
hey.
Do. I stand.
I love you. Listen to your mind a lot. You need to listen to your heart.
I love him, guys. I love Sarah. It hurts because he's mean, but it's also like, oh.
He's such a troubled soul, but we love him very dearly. Also, low key, I made up all that stuff on the spot.
That's wholesome.
That's
though.
impressive.
Yeah, literally, I couldn't tell.
Good. That's the
I
vibe.
think we missed the part where we're going to interview Jennifer.
Yep, and
Yeah.
we're all standing around. Jennifer's there. We're in like a big semicircle, and we're ready to
Oh.
do some stuff. The Bayrex are probably meeting up, wondering where we are. They don't know we've almost died.
Zan.
Or maybe they do.
Zan. Zan wanted to get Jennifer wanted to question both Jennifer and Osha on their own.
Yep.
Yeah. So
before the rest of us. So.
Well,
There's that.
So what happened was you guys sort of took some time to figure out why it was that Jennifer wasn't poisoned, the nature of what happened in the attack, and I think you guys found some answers, but you were missing a piece of the puzzle, which was the knife, which Shrekus Ex Machina style came in on a Pegasus moments ago. With the weapon in question, with Osha beside you, Zan emerges from the room and explains to you that you're going to interrogate Jennifer now that she is sort of roused from consciousness. And she
not
does also
going to
want
die.
and is apparently not going to die. And she does also have some questions for Osha. So, my phone.
Am I allowed to interview assassins anymore?
You're allowed in the room. You guys can ask any questions you wish.
Oh.
So, as you all enter into the room, it is the same place where you were with the previous assassin who Brian unceremoniously murdered before your eyes. Sorry, what am I going to say? The room is filled with Jennifer's bed mostly. It takes up a large sort of area of the center floor, and she is propped up against the wall so that she can talk to you and look you in the eyes as you speak. But she does look pale, sickly almost, and that wound has only been sort of rudimentarily fixed. It appears that it'll take a bit more to fully heal her. But for whatever reason, she is being left in this condition stable. You also see inside Sarazar takes a place by the door through which you've entered. Oh.
My lights just all went out, so let me go see.
Oh.
Everyone is frozen for me, literally, except for Anna and Aelin. So
everyone's
I can't
okay on
see
my
any
end.
of you.
That is. Oh, hello. That's scary.
Wait, Lily, can you refresh your camera because I can't see you?
I'll refresh mine as well. Oh wait, can I even do that? I need to switch out of the convo.
That was something out of that unfriended. I don't know.
Don't say that.
That's better.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
You usually mention it while we're in video call.
Sorry.
Dude,
Spooky.
I want to see that really mediocre horror movie like Unfriended or something, where they're
I've
all like
seen
on
it.
Skype and they're like, "Everyone, put your hands up! Who's doing
Everyone
that?"
put your hands up.
And they're like, "Ah!"
I love that movie. It's so
I've
bad.
never seen
Yeah.
it, but I remember that
Oh.
from the advert for it.
It's really fun to watch
Oh
with
my
friends.
gosh! Speaking of, yeah, it's so unwatchable. But speaking of horror movies, do you remember when there was that time, like a few months ago, where for whatever reason people decided it was a good idea to advertise their horror movies by having jump scares at the beginning of the YouTube ads, like The Nun and like Annabelle. Like, oh, it was horrifying. I'd always get them at night. And I'm so scared of things.
And that's
Anyway,
that's when I don't go on YouTube.
I enjoy the YouTube.
It's like, nope, just not gonna deal with it.
It's sad. I enjoy the YouTubes, but I can't enjoy the horrors. Right. So, anyway, back on track.
Yeah.
Sarazo is positioned by the door. Zan is standing next to Jennifer. Cass and Osha are sort of standing next to each other on the opposite side of the room. And you are filing in. You may stand wherever you wish, but it's a bit of a tight squeeze considering everyone is here. But Zan, from a look, appears to want everyone present for this. And Jennifer, who is sort of coming into consciousness, blinking and looking around, says, "What's going on? What's happening here?"
How are you feeling?
Like I've just been stabbed in the ribs.
That's because you've been stabbed in the ribs.
Her eyes sort of like look at you and they look around the room and look over at Osha, and she scowls. She said, "You did this to me." And Osha is like, "You did it to yourself."
Can
we
I
all
can
do
I
that.
insight check Osha as she says that specifically?
Yeah.
All right. This is not very good. Oh, I've got a good modifier. 12.
It's a bit hard to read.
Okay.
You can't quite get a handle on it.
Can I lean over to Sleer and say in Sylvan, maybe we should try the zone of truth again?
What's your passive perception? Oh wait, Sylvan. Oh, what's your passive perception, Brian?
It's a 19.
19. Okay. Okay. As you say that, you sort of notice Jennifer sort of like going a bit tense. But
I just nod at Sleer. Like,
hides any other reaction.
Okay. I think Slya will respond in Undercommon because the other assassin did respond to that as well. Zone of Truth or my other little trick?
out of game. Is that the detect thoughts?
I have one more.
I think Brian just nods.
Do we see a reaction from either Osha or Jennifer?
Osha is just looking at you, considering that you're speaking in a different language. And from that, just naturally, she's a bit like questioning in her look. But you see that similar look on Zan's expression as well. Jennifer seems a bit unreadable at the moment. She has sort of arranged her features into a sort of neutral expression.
Okay.
That's what you can get from without an insight check.
I would also like to go stand, I guess, next to Osha. And give her a goofy ass smile.
Does Osha still have all the stuff she got from the market on her? Emma, your microphone's up.
Well, you did see her ditch it sort of by the entrance to the guard's house, but that's only about 30 seconds away. So if you wanted to rush out and get it.
Well, before she gives it to Neff, I'd quite like to check it just to make sure I know what Neff is getting. Because Brian does not completely trust
You want
Osha.
to look at it. You can rush out and do that now if you wanted to.
Yeah,
What were
and
you
can I just be
looking
really... I just want to check everything in it to make sure it's kosher.
Okay, you excuse yourself from the room, and rush out to the entrance. There is a pack on the floor which you recognise to be what Osha brought back. Now, Thomas, I've forgotten what you asked her to buy, but I'm going to assume she bought it.
I just asked her to get a bunch of materials.
Okay, cool.
It was a really vague request.
Sure. How are you checking? What are you checking for, and how are you checking?
I want to go through each item and see if I can detect any arcana, poison, anything that's untoward.
Yeah.
If I can identify things.
Okay.
Is that an investigation or?
Let me tell you. It will be an investigation check. So will you roll that, and then I'm going to just tell you what you see as I find the list.
Oh.
Okay.
That is a 16.
Okay. So you were looking for things to make a holy symbol with, right, Thomas?
That was just one of the things that I wanted to make. That was the primary thing that I wanted to make.
Okay. You see some incense. You see some figurines of the shape of a sphinx. There's only 2 of those. You see a sort of small carved circle of wood. Things which look sort of as if they have a religious sort of nature to them, although you can't quite tell what they are, given your knowledge of your limited knowledge of the Sphinx religion. And they seem pretty kosher. They seem fine. Those ones do. You dig a little deeper, and you find, because this is what she bought, you find a card, a little piece of card paper which has been folded in half, with the beginnings of a note like started on it, and it says, "Dear Brian." Not Dear Brian, sorry, Dear All-Star.
Dear Brian.
Dear All-Star.
She knew I was going to break into her pack.
No. This is, and then it's just stopped, as if she stopped writing it partway. And then you see beneath there is a small velvet box, velvet-lined box, which when you open has 1 potion in it. And then beneath that, you find a small sapphire, which has a bronze-coloured starburst painted on it. And then beneath that, you see a intricately woven piece of long, flat cord, about 1 meter in length, in sort of orange and blue ombre colours.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So I don't detect any poison or dark magic. It all seems.
Make an Arcana check if you want to look for dark magic. Poison is a spell you'd have to do. Dirty 20. Okay. No, there is a magical essence coming from the potion, but it doesn't seem to be completely different from any of the healing style potions that you've encountered before. Okay.
I'm going to pack everything back into the bag, and can I bring it with me to make sure no one tampers with it?
Yep. So you take it with you.
And just slip back into the room and place it behind Osha.
Okay. In that minute or so that Brian is gone, everyone else, what are you doing?
I'm holding Osha's hand.
You're holding Osha's hand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Osha does hold your hand as well. But otherwise she doesn't pay too much mind to you, considering there is an interrogation going on. I'm specifically thinking, Slya, what are you doing vis-a-vis casting a spell?
Not casting anything yet. Just watching very closely Zan, Osha, and Jennifer.
Okay. Then Zan takes a step forward and looks back to you all, and she sighs, and she says to Jennifer, Jennifer, in your 12 years of service to us, I have had no reason to believe you to be a deceitful person. But it appears, through the evidence gathered by the people in this room, that you have performed an act of treason against the crown, who you are committed to serving. Or at least failing that, you are framed for this treason. All of you, and she looks to you all. What do you have to say towards the accusations leveled against her? You're the ones who brought her here like this, and she indicates nods her head towards the wound. And as far as I am aware, you believe her to be responsible. So I want to know what you have to say.
I think we should question her and try get a better understanding of what it is exactly that transpired. Since we can't seem to completely agree on who stabbed who.
Okay then. Jennifer, and it's probably about now that All-Star is coming back into the room. What do you believe happened? Jennifer looks around and she says, as far as I know, I made everyone's food today. I fed everyone. I went to buy ingredients in the bazaar, and then, well, there was a riot, and I saw Her Highness Neff, and I saw her associates, and Osha as well. So I approached and tried to help the best that I could, but I was tackled to the ground and stabbed by Osha for no reason.
Can I insight check this?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Can I
Should
also
I
insight check
get
it?
in? Should I get in on this as well?
As you like.
I specifically
It was
wanted
a 10 and it's a 19.
Oh my god.
19. Oh my gosh.
19.
Let me just check one thing.
Come on.
Everyone who's interested can get in on it.
Mhm. I want to get an idea
That's
of
good
if
insight.
she thinks she's telling if she's telling the truth from her perspective, like if she's convinced of that or if she's lying.
Well, that's interesting because you'd have to ascertain. The phrasing of that is
Like as in,
a bit
can I
difficult
tell
to
if
pin
she's
down.
trying to be
You
deceitful?
think she's right? Okay.
Yeah, is she trying to deceive us or not? Basically.
Yep. Why is this monster stat block so weird looking?
Oh god.
Sorry, no, I'm just going through my notes and it just suddenly looks very strange. Anyway.
Oh, at some point I also want to look at her eyes. Just because.
Yes. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Sorry.
All right.
Hey,
So, what did you all roll for your insight checks?
19.
19.
I think
19!
Slayer did 22.
Oh,
Yeah.
everyone got really high. Okay. As she is saying this, every now and again, her hand just sort of traces over the wound, methodically checking it. She, every now and again, looks over to Osha and then flickers back, her eyes darting between all of you, ever so slight a shift in vision, just to see what your reactions to her speaking are. She is choosing her words very carefully as she looks around, trying to understand at least what she believes is going on, and trying her best to lie through her teeth in front of you.
Liar.
Okay.
Can I now go ahead and very subtly cast Zone of Truth?
Okay, you'll have to make a sleight of hand check.
I would love to. Oh!
It's really good. Natural
Oh my
20.
God.
Okay. Even your friends don't realise you've done it. Okay.
I mean, everybody is going to either
To
have
make
to,
a
yeah.
It's a wisdom save.
Charisma save.
Charisma save. Okay.
Yikes.
Everyone, can you make a charisma saving throw, please?
Or you can choose to fail it, but I mean, I feel like not knowing that it's being
Yeah,
cast.
no, I don't know if I don't know you're casting it with that roll. Ooh.
Okay.
Oh,
Interesting.
Well, I
10.
rolled a 3 + 1, so that's a 4.
Can you tell if people fail and if people succeed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, sorry, are we all doing charisma saves?
Yeah, it's a 16 is the save.
Did not save that.
No,
Sarah's
did
just
not
rolled a
save
natural
that.
20.
Wait, who rolled what? Natural 20.
Oh wait.
Sarah's-
Yeah. Sarah's just rolled a natural 20.
He's really good at being at hiding his
that-
emotions.
That's true. Rolled a 9.
Ugh.
Jennifer rolled a 16.
Oh,
I need
me
to move this.
beats it.
Beats it.
Ugh.
Oof.
There's a dead fly in my tea. Oh.
Ew.
Oh!
I keep picking it up like I'm gonna have a drink, and I look at it, I'm like, ah! I keep freaking out on camera every time I pick it up.
So,
What's it doing in the backstroke?
Oh my god.
Slyer,
Yes.
you feel your influence spread around the room. Who failed of the PCs? Oh, Cass needs to roll.
I failed.
She's
Oh,
fine.
all of us failed.
Okay. Bluey, you make a connection, you pass through. Neff, you make a connection passing through. Brian, make a connection passing through.
Wait, what?
Zan, I'm talking about the zone of truth. You make a connection and pass through the barrier in their mind. Osha, too, you manage to make a connection and pass through. But Jennifer and Sarazur are the only ones who you can't quite get past the minds of.
Wait, Jennifer is one of them?
I passed my own save.
Sorry?
I passed my own save.
There you go. I wouldn't have
Wait.
made you be subject to it, I promise.
That's kind of
I
a fun
would've.
mechanic, though. I like that idea. You cast it, and you're also affected.
I mean, it's a 15-foot.
So you are in the minds of... You've influenced the minds of everyone except Jennifer
Okay.
and Cass, actually. Sorry, Cass succeeded too with a 19.
Ooh.
So Cass and Sarazur and Jennifer. Okay, cool.
Damn.
That's
Well,
fine.
it's a good time to ask
Yeah.
Osha. You know?
Oh shit, what did it look like
It's
from your
that kind of like
perspective?
one of us tells the truth, one of us is always lying thing. Now you get to figure out which way around it is.
That did my brain in. I remember.
Oh my god. Oh shit, you were the one who grappled Jennifer. What did it look like from your perspective?
From my perspective, it looked as though she was about to stab herself.
Okay. That is rather strange. I really like your hair.
Okay.
This is sort of truth. I'm really nervous.
Thank you, Neff.
Anytime.
I'm gonna I think in Draconic I'm gonna say, oh, that's adorable.
Aww. Look at Lily's face.
I think Brian looks mildly ill, and then he wants to go look at Jennifer's eyes. He's not buying into this adorable bullshit.
Okay, what are you looking for in Jennifer's eyes?
I want to see if I can see any blue.
Okay, let me look at my description of Jennifer.
Dabba-dee.
Blue.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the story. Oh,
Now, I have a question. Who went to the body pit? It was All-Star, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you actually look at any of the
Alright.
bodies?
Well, I was peering over. I had to chuck a body in, right?
Yeah. So, make a quick intelligence check for me.
Oh, 16 plus.
Just check your memory.
That's 19.
Okay. So you look at her eyes and you see that they are white, sparkling silver, almost. But you're kind of like, I wanted this to be the blue eyes that I remember seeing. But then you also remember that you didn't actually properly check the eyes of the other assassin. There is no guarantee that one of them didn't have blue eyes.
I killed 2 of them, and Saraza killed the other one.
So you could ask Saraza.
We did. And
We
he
did.
He
Did you
didn't
not?
remember. Yeah.
If
you
he
couldn't like see anything.
If you couldn't remember, that doesn't necessarily mean.
And I think the 2 that Brian killed didn't have blue eyes.
Okay. But Saraza says he couldn't remember, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, he said, well, he was in shock, and he said all he could see was Lorella, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it was very
So there's
upsetting.
no guarantee that the other assassin, whichever one that he encountered, didn't have blue eyes. So you could go and check and see if there was a blue-eyed assassin amongst those bodies.
But he smashed the assassin's face to pieces.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe there's an eye
Forgot
laying
about
around.
Alright. Okay, instead of looking for blue eyes then, can I see if I can... Is it like a disguise, or is this actually what she looks like?
You can touch
be
her
perception?
if you want to. Investigation.
Investigation. 13 plus 3 is 16.
16. Yep, this is her actual face, as you're aware. I'm just thinking back on the assassin thing. There were 4 assassins. 1 had blue eyes.
Mhm.
The 3 that you've encountered and looked at the eyes of so far haven't had blue eyes. So I think you could make a logical assumption. But if you're not convinced by that, then you're going to have to find another way of figuring out what color eyes the assassin that Saraza destroyed had.
I actually do have a way of figuring out something.
Okay, I'll allow it.
I think this will work. Because I scryed before on the person who had the dagger. So I would like to just slip outside and scry on Jennifer and see if I can scry on her. Because if I can, that means she wasn't the one who I scryed on originally, because they passed the save, and therefore I would be blocked from scrying on them again.
Okay, so you want to... Okay, that's really clever. Right, okay. So,
Sometimes Brian is clever.
just to check. The person you were scrying on, you were
Whoever
only
had
going
the dagger.
was who had the dagger. That was the only thing you knew about them. Okay.
And they passed their save, so I
They
can't
passed
scry
the
on
save. Okay, you try and scry on Jennifer,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't make a connection.
Okay. I go back in and I say, I scryed on the person who had the dagger. I couldn't make a connection before. This would lead me to the assumption that Jennifer had the dagger in her possession for quite a while and would very likely be the assassin we were looking for.
You don't believe this, do you? This is stupid. I've worked here for 12 years. Why would I kill anyone?
Something else I can do, hold on.
Oh, wait, hang on. I'm confused. Why would she need to have the dagger for a long time?
So, she's had it at least since Brian scryed on the dagger, which was within 24 hours. So she apparently has had the dagger within the last 24 hours at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Since Brian scryed on her. Because
And I
when you
haven't-
scry on someone and they pass, they become immune to that effect for the next day.
Can
I would
make
like
a
to try something else after you.
Wait, what?
It's a spell thing. Okay, so when Brian noticed that of the daggers, one was missing, you guys assumed it was because an assassin had stolen it, and that assassin was still at large. So to locate the person, Brian attempted to scry on the dagger, but couldn't make it through. That person he was scrying on, whoever that is, because they succeeded, was then immune for 24 hours from scrying.
Mm-hmm.
Now that Brian is back with Jennifer, and he is interrogating her, he decides that he wants to scry on her to check if it's possible. Because if it's possible, it's two different people who had the dagger, right? So whoever had the dagger and Jennifer. If it's not possible, Jennifer also had the dagger. Does that make sense?
Right. But okay, could it also be possible that okay. What are the cases where scrying isn't allowed? Is it just like if they're not in the same plane, and I guess if they've saved against, are those the only two things really?
Or if they're dead.
Or if
Jennifer is right there, so not
okay. Or is she? I'm sorry.
Goulash!
No.
I'm sorry.
Every
Okay, thank
single
you.
day in Australia, Aylin, there was goulash all over the place. Right.
Wonderful.
Okay. Thank you for that explanation. Okay.
That's okay. I think it's complicated, I understand. But Slya, what were you going to say?
In which case, I would like to make another sleight of hand check to do detect thoughts.
On Jennifer.
On Jennifer, yeah.
Okay. All right. As you're doing this, she starts saying, "I want to see this weapon. Let me see, and I will tell you if I know it." And things like, "I want to know blah 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 blah." And this is about when Shrek sort of is also entering in because I forgot he was there, with the dagger which she has. So
Almost
I have to roll. What was
that's
that?
It's a 19 for sleight of hand.
Okay, that doesn't notice, and now, that dropped it. Right, what the DC is 16.
Yep.
Ooh, 12 plus. It's a wisdom save.
Yeah, I think that one is wisdom. Let me double check because it's not a spell. It is. Yeah, it's a wisdom.
Okay. 13.
Also, did the zone of truth last for 10 minutes?
Okay, and it's not concentration.
Nope. And the read thoughts is a minute of deeper thoughts, and I can cast suggestion as a follow-up without expending a spell slot. But once it's done, they do know I have cast it.
Okay.
Or after the minute is up.
Okay. 13. So she fails. So you're now inside her thoughts. But at the moment, it's just a whirlwind of interrogation, mulling over your questions, trying to think about your reactions. It's a bit jumbled.
Yeah.
So there's not really anything to pin on to at this very moment.
As the sleight of hand stuff is... Yes.
Oh, I was just going to say, quick out of game, what was the question that she straight up lied to?
It was her explanation of what happened. That she got stabbed by OSHA.
Yeah. Yeah, she says that she was stabbed by OSHA.
Okay, also, I want to say, in response to when she says, "I want to see the dagger, I've got questions and stuff," I want Neff to say something along the lines of, "You're in no position to ask that of us at the moment. I think you've got some explaining to do for yourself. I trust OSHA and my companions, but I do not trust you."
So tell us again, what really happened?
Hang on, my computer's about to die. Let me plug it in.
All right, Jennifer, we'll let you plug in your computer for now.
Okay. Jennifer says, "I already told you what happened. I made the food for everyone. I and she starts thinking about everything that she did that day. She did make food for everyone,
Yep.
as she always did for the last 12 years. Every day, making her food. She picked up the supplies that are delivered frequently, and put them in the storeroom. She remembers looking through the sack of potatoes and finding the letter, as she knew it would be, at the bottom, the scroll rolled up. She remembers the words that were written on it, the names of her targets. And I made food and I served it to everyone, as I always do, as I always have. And you remember her waiting in that room, setting up the fire runes to erase all of the evidence of what she had done.
Oh,
You remember her being joined by 3 others, helped through using her knowledge of how to enter into the guard's house. And I don't know, then everything happened so fast. Were attacking, and it had nothing to do with me. You remember hearing her, you remember as she, you see through in her mind, her rushing about, looking for her companions, watching them, finding one in particular who had a very interesting looking dagger. She had lost her own, and she took it from their scabbard. You remember her computer about to die very, very, very soon. Oh God, why isn't that? I accidentally took home Queenie's Australian version of the laptop charger, and
Oh no.
I
Oh no!
don't have a plug that fits the UK version, so I'm using an adapter, and it's very precarious. Yep. Sorry, back into the fiction.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry. That's awful.
Goodness.
You remember her looking around the courtyard and seeing a figure hiding beneath a tapestry, shaking with fear. Long dark hair, peeking up every now and again. Danuel. Do you remember? You can see her in her mind as she remembers approaching, and then all of a sudden the mansion door being thrown open, and seeing inside that as you were turning on the final assassin inside, which looked like Force Cage. She realized it was better to wait. I just hid. It's all I could do. I even saw the assassin running away. I swear.
I'm looking at Slya like,
Did you not? What was it you said? We could be friends?
We could be. If you see that I'm being set up, I'm being framed. And Zan gives you a pointed look, Slya. The second time, not being so subtle when you're casting.
How much longer is left on this spell?
You're getting to about 20 seconds left.
Are there any more assassins hidden in the ranks?
How would I know? In her mind, you see her thinking back to all of the faces of the guards she'd made take the fall things that she'd done in the past, knowing that she had to make sure her position was kept safe, regardless of who of her friends was killed, to protect it. You see the face of Osha come to her mind. You feel a sort of hope that they'll still believe that she did this.
So how long have you been working for them?
We are a silent order. We say nothing.
Mm-mm.
Well,
And she opens her mouth wide, very, very wide, sticks out her tongue and starts biting down hard. And she's attempting to bite her tongue off. And she rolled an 18 against herself at disadvantage. So you watch as a spurt of blood bursts from her mouth.
Is it too late to cast heal on her?
It's too late to cast heal.
Can we restrain her?
You roll a dexterity check. And she's gonna roll one too.
I'm gonna try and hold her down.
Oh, it's quite bad.
Aha! It's real good. It's a 19.
You want to hold her down? Okay.
Is it dexterity? It's a dirty 20.
If it's if you want to like hold her down, that's going to be a grapple. So you'll need to do a strength check versus her athletics. So roll again.
Okay.
Oh, she got a natural 1. So no matter how bad yours is.
I was gonna use luck because it was an 11, but
Okay. All-Star noticing what she's doing first, but not quite fast enough to stop her doing damage to herself, but fast enough to stop her making it worse. You jump on her and she struggles against you, but the blood, the pain, being unable to fully finish the job in one swift swoop like she may have wanted, is enough to make her falter, and she is unable to resist your grapple.
okay,
You are essentially having to hold her mouth open to keep from biting her tongue off.
We need a ball
Is
gag.
Osha
Okay.
and Zan a strong blue? Okay, I'm just gonna yell like for someone to restrain her and cast heal. If that's okay.
Okay.
By Bahamut's might, I shall help you, Shrek.
Just hold her down. Don't hurt her.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast
Bluey,
heal.
are you going to try and help her or help coming down?
Yeah. What do I
Okay.
roll? A strength?
A strength check.
Or-
I'll let you do it with
Strength.
advantage because Shrek.
Okay, cool. So that's 19 or 17. So 19.
Okay, 19. It's good enough because
Ten.
she's gonna still with that natural one. She is not in any position to really fight back to, especially when you're that strong. So the 2 Dragonborn holding her down, she begins to struggle. You cast heal and you watch. It's 70 HP, right? So you watch as her wound immediately closes up, her tongue fixes itself, and she is gasping for air, looking around frantically.
Can I rip my shirt and gag her so she can't do that bite again?
You can certainly try make a strength check to your shirt.
A strength check.
It's gonna be all strength.
Okay, I'm gonna use luck because I want it to be better.
Just pull it.
Okay. As she sees you struggling, Osha rushes. He's like, "Let me help you."
17.
And you can,
17.
Okay.
17.
17. That's enough to, with Osha's help, tear into it, and Osha holds her head back as you fill in the gag in her mouth, and you have gagged Jennifer, your goulashy friend.
Friend
Did
no
we
more.
get the answer. Was there a thought
To
to the question? How long have you worked for them?
it was sort of less of an exact number, but Zan did say 12 years that she's been in the guard, and more of like so many faces of people who she's used and discarded and killed from the guards that you can imagine it has to have been a long time. But she didn't give you an exact answer,
Okay.
Could I
unfortunately, because she succeeded her zone of truth that it.
Yeah.
Does this weigh out my killing 2 assassins for Zan? I saved one. Does she feel a bit better about me?
She is indifferent, but mostly because her friend has just been exposed as an assassin. So
Fine,
Yeah.
I'm joking.
okay.
Can I inside check Osha's
But are
reaction
you-
to like this?
Yes. Roll an insight for me.
Nat 1.
Okay. You are unable to read her expression because her back is turned to you as she helps affix this gag.
I can't read her expression through the back of her head. I think to myself.
Oh my god. Sorry that. Okay.
And can I get OSHA, or nope, not OSHA. Can I get, has the spell or the detect thoughts gone away now?
You'd have to be very, very quick. If you wanted to catch, you probably have 5 seconds.
I wasn't actually going to try and catch it. I was just going to use the free suggestion that comes with it to tell Jennifer to stay alive.
Great. Okay. With the knowledge of staying alive, you see her.
It's a wisdom save if.
Oh, she has. It's not automatic. Okay.
Nope. It just doesn't cost me a
16.
spell slot.
16.
It passes. Okay.
Yeah. She rolled 2 16s. She doesn't have any wisdom bonus, but for the zone of truth in this, I'm afraid. She just struggles continuously.
Slia's gonna slip outside the door and roll a Constitution save, if that's all right.
Yep, that's fine.
No.
Okay, what happens to you?
Slya just vomits outside the door.
Okay.
Can I perception check this if I can see this?
Oh no.
Can I see this?
You're gonna perception. What's your passive perception?
Oh, passive perception. 13.
Okay, roll a stealth check for me really quickly, just for the sake of brevity.
That's a 10.
10. Okay, you do see her exit the room. But there is a door, so unfortunately it is obscuring your vision of whatever's outside.
Okay.
Unless you were to go out and see.
I'm gonna go check up on Slya.
I wanted to as well, but I don't know if I can with my position.
You're doing some bull gagging?
Zan, as you sort of start talking to each other, Zan, who has very, very quickly gotten over her what looked like anger, as if, you know, she's used to making hard decisions like these, says, "Everyone get out. Sarazar, stay here. We'll sort this out." Okay. You rush after Slya. Anyone who wants... Shrek is also instructed to stay to help hold her down. Sarazar, with a look of fury in his eyes, hardly ever stays inside along with Zan, and the door closes behind you all. Having finally gotten to the bottom of the assassin issue, on your way out, who would be the last one out the door, do you think? Of you Bluey or Brian, I'd probably say. It's one of you two.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Brian's
I'm certain. I think Bluey's very confused as to why this has happened. Like why she'd be like, I don't know. I don't know if it means like a. Okay, I don't know. That would delay it. I don't know.
Maybe Brian was faster then.
Okay. Bluey, as you are about to leave in your confusion, Shrekamus turns to you and says, "Friend, thank you for your assistance in holding down the assassin. You have served Bahamut well today. Here, I think perhaps it's better if you hold on to this." And he withdraws the dagger, which appears to be the one that Jennifer had used before, and he says, "I don't want to have it in the same room as an assassin. I think you can understand why."
Yeah. Thank you. Good luck.
I have Bahamut by my side.
Good Bahamut.
I don't need luck. He says as you exit the room, the door slams shut behind you. This dagger, you look down at it, it is about this long, with a sort of curved, intricately curved handle. And you see in the edges of one of the handles, a small vial has been built into it. It has a blood stain up until about 3 inches from the top. And if you take a moment to examine it at any point today, you realize there is a mechanism attached into it which releases poison from the vial, seeping into the wound without dirtying the blade, so as to protect the assassins who use it from the deadly poison. Which is why, unfortunately, Jennifer couldn't finish the job. So,
Slya, are
You
you
figured
okay?
that one out.
Can I medicine check Slya?
You can medicine check her.
Okay, sweet. Dirty 20.
Okay. What do they see, Slya?
She's physically shaking. She's probably a little bit bonier than like she was when you first met her, but nothing too worrying. She looks tired.
Slya, when was the last time you had
Wait.
something to eat or to rest?
Do you want a strong 0? Cass says, pulling up a strong 0 bag. It might make you feel better and forget all of the stuff that today. To be honest, it's quite harrowing, I think.
No, just seeing into her mind. It's not. Something that I like doing lightly.
Does anyone have a water skin?
I do, and I offer my water skin.
Mine's full of alcohol. I'm sorry, Cass.
Neff only drinks alcohol, so hers is full of water.
Slya takes the water.
And you know how you gave Brian the nuts and stuff? He's gonna open your hand and put them back and just close your fingers over it.
Slya's like, I got something. Just pulls out some more, just nuts. Granola.
Brian's giving Slya a look like we're gonna talk later, but not right now.
A moment later, Osha comes out of the room as well, closing the door behind her. And she comes out and she says to you all, I just had a quick chat with Zan. I think that we're going to learn what we can from Jennifer, but I don't think she'll be alive for longer, considering everything. I didn't do anything. And I hope you understand that. I wouldn't...
She tried to pin it on you.
I've got too much that I want to do to make a stupid mistake like launching an all-out attack on a guard's house.
Speaking
Got a
of
future
which,
to...
you should
Yeah.
probably contact your family.
That's interesting you should say that, because it's almost as if the next thing in my notes is an interesting intervention. Osha says, yes, and I think you also might want to look outside the front. I managed to buy us about 10 minutes when I arrived back here, and it's been longer than that. But my family's outside.
We should go greet them, I think.
We should give them the good news, because there is good news out of this other stuff.
Yeah, I want to talk to like my sister and stuff. I haven't really spoken to them in a little while,
They did mention
but
that.
you know,
Talk to her about what? By the way, Zone of Truth is still going. 10 minutes.
just personal things. Why?
Just curious. Not to say that I don't trust you, but
You're a bit strange. I just thought I'd tell you because I've been thinking it a little bit, and I didn't want to insult. But you're also a little bit strange. But I understand it. You've been betrayed by this person who you thought was your friend. So
many of them.
Everyone in this group has such nice hair.
wow. So why are you saying that? I don't quite
I
understand.
don't know. This isn't something that I usually say, but you know what? I've been thinking it recently, and it's just coming out.
Right. Thank you.
I apologize. I'm sorry.
I want to
make a lot
say,
of mistakes.
Zone of Truth doesn't force the truth. It's only
I know.
like if you
I know.
can avoid the questions, that kind of thing.
It's a placebo for Neff.
Yeah, Neff just wants to say all of it.
Yeah.
She just feels very truthful.
Do we have to come to the engagement announcement?
You what? Sorry.
Do we have to go to the engagement announcement with the Bayraks?
It's not an engagement announcement. It's an actual wedding.
We're having the wedding right now.
They want the wedding right now.
Okay.
Do
Can I
they?
go get
It's-
changed? And
I'm fine just going like this, she says, covered in
Brian's got
dirt,
his shirt, yeah.
blood,
I've got
like,
a really
just, like,
ripped dress.
hair like messier and like everything. She's like, I mean, unless I'm fine just like this. I'll go out and I'll make sure that they. Yeah.
wedding. Can I look at Neff? I really want to make Neff look pretty for the wedding quickly.
Neff looks terrible at the
Oh
moment.
my god.
She's in a really ripped dress. It's got bloodstains that haven't completely
Okay.
come out of the washing.
Brian's
Oh,
gonna take Neff's hand and
I
pull her
forgot.
away.
Wait, I forgot. Wait. Hang on a second. So I might need to do some explaining, Neff, because there's like
Bella doesn't know.
he doesn't know that your mum isn't gonna marry my older brother,
Wait, who doesn't
or
know?
that your sister's not gonna. My dad.
Oh,
Yeah, my older
Oh.
brother's outside, like ready to get married.
oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, this is gonna be a
5
little bit
minutes?
awkward.
Yeah. Also,
what
your
Neff said.
also Roya is outside, ready to marry Daniel. Somehow they convinced her that was a good idea. Osan refused, but
That's fair. I can
I guess that's
understand
good in his own way. Yeah.
that. Okay.
5 minutes. 5 minutes?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, 5 minutes. How are you fixing Neff? Tell me.
Okay. Does Neff have any other clothes? If not, Brian can.
She
do
does have other
bits.
clothes. She has, and I will read them out to you. A mended fat suit, some leather armor which she's currently wearing, a shield, and a dodgy pirate
No, this
outfit.
is not good enough. This is
You're-
not good enough.
Right.
Hold on.
Also,
Your
the mansion
mother-
has.
Also has clothes, and your mansion has clothes, so you could always try and look for clothes in there.
Maybe I should actually ask Mother. Maybe she has a dress, actually. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know, actually, didn't we, like, lose everything because the Sphinx is in our house? Oh, I'll ask her anyway.
Bluey,
Alright.
make an intelligence check. Actually, you don't even need to do it. As this is all happening around you, your mind runs back to when you were saving things from the house, from the Sphinx, from the Winter Palace. You had rushed in, you'd grabbed trunks, you'd grabbed paintings, you'd grabbed scrolls, you'd grabbed clothes,
Mm-hmm.
and all put them in the bag of colding.
Wait. Neff.
Yes, Bluey.
While you were banishing yourself, I think I got some clothes from the palace. It's in Cass, your bag.
It's in my
Your
bag.
big bag, but it's
Just
not.
reach in and grab it. She holds the bag open to you. You have to think about the clothes. Reach in.
Okay, I can I think that they probably look pretty and fancy? Like, is that
Yes. Fancy dresses
Okay.
on your mind. Okay. You grab something.
well, the exact phrase "fancy dress"? no.
Sure.
Like no, like something
A
that I
fancy
think
dress.
would yes, I think would suit Neff and look sort of like cheery,
Oh,
Wedding-esque.
wedding-esque. Maybe not too loud. I just
Yeah.
sort of yeah. So yeah, we should
Demure
Oh.
dress.
yes.
Picture it, Bluey. Go.
Go. Reach the stars.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Okay.
take this time to unequip my leather armor.
Fine. Right, you get undressed whilst you pull a dress out of the bag. What you pull out is... Let me look on Pinterest.
Yes.
I'm gonna type in demure dress.
Demure
See what
dress.
happens. Demure dress.
I think after this, Neff is probably not going to be able to re-equip that old dress, so her default clothing might have to become the dodgy pirate outfit.
Whoa, there's a lot of very risque options here for demure dress.
I'm
Ne-
definitely
Neff
not
is like the
thinking that.
least risque person.
Yep. fantasy. So you pull out this dress, which just is like a sea of fabric. It's like it's quite beautiful, actually. Okay.
I'm glad
It
I
has-
saved this.
Yeah, it's sort of silvery blue, and it appears to have like chiffon sort of sleeves, which sort of drape down the back, and along the arms there seems to be sort of ceremonial armor plates almost, down the tops of the arms sewn into it. It's got a sort of armored front. Obviously, it's mostly decorative, and it's not meant to be protective in that sort of sense. It's beautiful though, and it's floor length, and Blue passes it to you. Most importantly, it's clean.
Bluey, I can't believe you saved this. Do I recognize this dress? Like, as in, like, do I know if
I
it's like
can't
my
believe it either.
mom's or is it just some random dress that I've never
Looking
seen?
at the proportions of it, it looks like it did belong to your mother or someone taller.
Okay.
It looks,
It looks
quite old.
beautiful.
Okay.
Still dragging
Right.
Neff away for 5 minutes.
Okay, bye, bye,
doable.
Bluey. I'll be right back.
Okay. You drag her away.
Okay.
I want to find something like a dressing room where I can just sit her down and clean her up a bit.
There's a dressing room in the spa, like a makeup room.
Yeah. Okay. Does it have makeup?
Yes.
Yes. I'm not going to do much to you, Neff. Okay, Brian sits Neff down and he just cleans her face because I'm assuming it's a little bit dirty.
It's a lot of dry tears.
Oh, yes, he cleans Neff's face very delicately.
And IRL mood.
And I think, yeah. And he's going to take a little bit of blush and just pat that dark blush, because Neff has purple skin, pat it over her cheek. And he's going to start braiding Neff's hair up in like a double braid up here. And I think he's going to look at Neff. He's going to be like, okay, wait a moment. He turns around and he holds out his hand and he focuses really hard and he tries to make a flower and it just dies. He's like, no. And then he just tries again and turns around, places his hands on top of your head, and little baby's breath flowers start weaving their way through the plaits. He looks exhausted while he's doing it, but it's
so
happening.
cute.
And they don't die, but he looks very tired. And he's like, okay, you can go now.
Oh, thank you, Brian. My voice is dying
Pat
as a
on the shoulder.
character too. This is canon. Oh, thank you.
What's happening?
Daniel,
Oh god,
What's
Daniel
happening?
follows.
look how pretty Brian made me.
You look around and you see Danielle's just peeked her head in through the door, hearing you come into the room. What's happening?
I have become pretty.
You look like a princess.
Ah.
Finally.
It's good. Finally. Oh. Ow. Minus 1d4.
1d4 hashtag bless.
It's good to see you, Daniel.
Neff is getting married. Would you like to walk her downstairs?
I feel like maybe Sarazar should do that.
I think Cyrus is with the assassin, but if you can find him, I'm actually just gonna go change. Brian's shirt is just ripped, so he's gonna hand Neff over to Daniel.
Okay. Okay, can I have some flowers when you come back, though? That's so pretty.
Okay, I need a bit to recover, but I'll give you some flowers.
Okay, thank you. Okay, bye. All right, let's go find Sarazar.
Alright, let's go.
And
find
Mom.
Sarazar.
We need to get Mom, too.
Yes, definitely. Where is Mother?
Okay.
Was she with us? Out of game,
Did she
sorry.
die again? Did she die again?
I'm gonna grab Daniel. Daniel, I think it's fine. I think she's probably
wow.
fine. There shouldn't be any
Okay.
danger.
Oh,
Okay, right, so let's go get Mom, and then we'll go get Sarazar, and then it'll be great.
Okay, wait, that was a fast turnaround. Okay, let's go. Let's have a look. We'll find them.
Okay. She rushes you up to the bedroom where you see your mother has finally sort of started walking around again and is putting. She has just finished, it appears to be, after coming back from the spa. Perhaps,
Mother, look at my
washing
dress.
her hair and changing.
Look
Oh,
at
you
my
look
flowers.
lovely, but what is this for?
You'll find out soon. Actually,
Zone of Truth.
is Zone of Truth. I'm getting married.
To
Oh no.
To Osha.
Osan? Oh.
No, not to
Osha.
Osan. Not to Osan.
But Neff, do you really want it?
I nod.
Why?
I think it'll be fun. Very in character. Can I, like,
When did you meet her, Osha?
very recently? How recently? Has it been, like
Like 2 days.
2
Less
days?
than that almost.
Like a day?
Yeah.
I met her yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Can I, like,
This looks
persuasion?
bad.
Just, like, try persuade my mom?
And how do you feel for her?
The Zone of Truth is active, right?
You're out of the range of it now.
Oh, well, she's probably gonna be truthful anyway. I trust her, and I think this is the right decision.
I can't change your mind, can I?
I nod. I shake my head, I guess.
Alright then.
Don't worry, everything will be okay. I have a good feeling about this. Not to say that my intuition is necessarily the greatest.
Alright then, shall we? Let's go together.
That would be lovely.
But just know that if you change your mind at any point,
No,
I'm ready and I'm willing to.
there is no changing my mind. My mind is made up.
Alright.
So more so than any of us, I want, after this is all done, said and done, after the ceremony, which will happen today, I
Oh
want
god.
you to be, I want you to know that this is the future path and there's no turning back. For you especially.
What do you mean?
Well, you have to pursue your own desires as well.
I
know that you've gone through a lot recently, especially. So, take some time to rest and recover fully after this is all said and done. You've been through a lot the last few days.
Right. Let's go. And we can think about everything else later, maybe.
Definitely.
Alright then. She better treat you like a princess, because if she does anything other...
Oh, you mother, you need to meet her. She treats me so well.
I don't know. I'm a bit confused. I'm sure about this.
She's got
right.
rippling muscles and windswept hair.
Oh wow, okay.
Wait, does she know that? Does Neff know that?
That was described at one point, I think.
Yeah. Her muscles rippled. Her
Yeah.
hair is...
And I was like, whoa, okay.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Her muscles rippled, her hair also rippled.
Her hair also rippled.
Daniel says, wait like 5 minutes. Wait for me by the door, okay?
Alright, we'll
she
wait for
runs
you.
away. Okay, and you guys make your way down to the front door of the mansion. You wait a little while. And
Mother, we need to
then
go find Sarazar.
Daniel comes back 5 minutes later with Sarazar in tow.
Oh, never mind. How convenient. Sarazar. Can I
hello.
give them all a group hug? Can I roll a hug
I
check?
hug you back.
Oh.
You roll a hug.
I want to
Big
roll
hug.
I just want to roll to see how well I do.
with
Hug check.
with
That's cute.
quadruple.
Maybe I don't want to roll for a hug check. Let's just say it went well. Nice.
It does go well,
Okay.
and Lorella says to you and to Danuel, I don't know if I'm quite up for walking so far down the aisle without assistance, but perhaps, Sarazer, you could escort Neff to Osha? And Sarazer nods and is like,
I can't do high-pitched sounds.
I will. I want to.
Sarah, sir.
Who is going to marry you, by the way? We need to probably go outside and have a look.
I'll introduce you.
Slya from the corner just like peers in. Hello.
I can certainly do this for you.
Look, we need to go. We need to find Slya.
Okay. So you all gather back now. Brian, I'm assuming you've had an amazing outfit change.
Oh no, he's not. I messaged. He's not gonna actually come to the wedding.
Okay.
No, what? No flower?
He's not coming back. No, you have flowers. He's with you in flower spirit. That's why he knows the flowers.
Spends about 5 minutes waiting by the front door for her flowers for her hair, looking around for Brian.
Danuel, I have something that you can borrow, I think, for a little bit. It's not very much, but it is from Brian. You can have this oxeye daisy for a day.
All right.
And I'm gonna nestle it in her hair, like just between like her hair and her ear.
Oh.
And it'll look cute.
I love it. Thank you.
I'm sure Brian would say
Neff,
you look great.
I'm glad you found love.
I know. Oh my god. I don't know
But
how.
I'm
I think
low-key
love
really
found
jealous.
me.
Very jealous.
I'm gonna put my arm on
soon.
Danuel's shoulder. Danuel, you
Yes.
have the vigor. I know that you'll find love soon, and hopefully love finds you too, mutually.
I know it will. With Brian's help.
Definitely.
Yep.
All right. Onward and outward.
He's very committed to this.
Lucifer, what do you want to do?
I guess when there's, I just really want to like, Neff, I'm excited for this, but I was wondering like if you would rather like some of us sort of like keep watch over the ceremony in case anyone's like, I don't know, or like if you would just like us to sort of be there and relaxed. And,
I mean,
I don't know, like.
I think you deserve to be relaxed, but also I completely understand if you feel the need to look out during the wedding. We have had a lot of incidents happen, especially recently. So I'll let you make the call, Bluey.
Okay, right. Evens, I am watching out. Odds, I am relaxed. Odds, I'm relaxed. I'm gonna be there relaxed.
It'll be so good
Okay.
to have you, Bluey.
This scene does not go unnoticed by those guards who are milling about in the courtyard. And no, it is not very often that they see a royal wedding about to take place right before their very eyes with very little notice. And those who are around, those who have gathered up on the walls, look down and are watching you all as you sort of make your way to those front doors, which separate the guard's house from the interior of the wall which leads into the city. The doors are opened, and outside you see a throng of people who are fancily dressed and look kind of agitated, as if they may have been waiting there quite some time. My camera's disappeared. That's weird. May have been waiting there quite some time. Most of them appear to be soldiers, actually. A garrison, at least, who have been lined up. In front of them is the Bayrak family, led by Altair Bayrak, with a woman who you hadn't met before. Beside him, an older woman with a stern expression on her face, but you sort of begin to see where a lot of the children get their more curlier, more bushy hair from. She has this sort of tightly curled hair pulled back into a ponytail, which sort of bursts behind her. An attempt to recreate the severe hairstyles she must have seen many more stricter people wearing, and yet she cannot quite get to it. This you imagine is Vayez Bayrak, Altair's wife. Their children are around them, most of them blending into the background, but you do see that Osan has detached himself from the main party and is standing further away, as far away as he possibly could be, next to a tall guard who is in a helm.
I love this couple.
The eldest son, Amir, who appears to be only a little bit younger than Lorella is dressed in finery, sort of silver clothes from head to toe and tall boots, and is also looking agitated. And then you see Roya, who appears to have resisted a dress and instead is wearing a sort of armored suit similar to the style that Amir is wearing. And Altair looks at Neff.
I'm gonna
and says,
bow as he says whatever he's gonna say.
Lorella, as she sees you doing that, stops you.
Okay.
And says, "You don't bow for anyone else. You're the princess here."
Okay.
Altair, who looks as though he was about to revel in a moment of true power at last, seeing you bow to him, his eye twitches, and instead he bows to you all. And his family follows suit. Well, hello there. You're taking a little longer to get ready for your weddings than we had expected. Lorella, you don't look particularly dressed up. And she smiles and she says, "I believe we have reached a different arrangement. I will not be marrying Amir." And Amir rolls his eyes and is like, "Why was I brought all the way out here then?" Takes a step back. Altair, his eyes narrow, and he looks around at your group and he says, "But Neff, you're surely marrying someone. I can tell by your clothes, so tell me who." And Roya steps forward at this point, and she sort of leans into his ear and he whispers something. And then this time it's Altair's turn to roll his. It's better than nothing, I suppose.
Oh.
Osha. And you see, Osha has actually changed. In spite of her protests before, wearing a very similar sort of armored suit to Roya. It looks a bit more practical though, less ceremonial. With a sword still at her side. But she's clean, at least. Her hair is still wild as ever and untamable.
Untamable.
Yep. And she has a nervous expression, perhaps? Can't quite tell.
Neff is pretty giddy.
Altair said, "Pretty giddy?"
She's like a little kid, like in an amusement park for the first time.
Okay. The garrison parts at a flick of Altair's wrist, and you see that there is a sort of natural pathway forming, at the end of which is a older woman in a in very distinct Kalkan robes. And he calls out to you, Altair calls out to you, he says, "Well, let's get this over with then. We have options. Would you like to be married in the Apraean way or the
Where is
Osha
Slia,
looks
by the
over at
way?
you.
Do I know where
Slia
Slia
is standing with you, I'm assuming?
Yeah, Slia is probably very close behind Lorella.
Okay.
Okay.
And do you make yourself known at all? With
Well-
regards to wanting to marry Neff?
Well, I was going to say in regards to that, as this question is posed to me, if Slia is by my side, then I'll turn to Slia and ask, how would you like it done?
I'm not the one getting married.
But you are the one doing the marrying.
You can decide.
I know.
Slia, I'll just tell you which way is which way.
Neff also doesn't, low-key, high-key doesn't really know the difference.
Slya
As in-
only knows the Ukrainian way, I think.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Osha says, Neff, it's up to you. Also, who let that cat in here? And you look up, and on the wall there's a little cat sort of flicking its tail. And she's like, it's cute.
It is.
Little
cat's
white cat
hunting.
watching.
Can I insight check the cat?
okay.
You can insight them. It's
Is
a
it
cat.
is it goulash?
Roll an investigation.
All right. I'm just like going over to investigate this cat.
You can investigate from where you're standing without look up.
It's an 11. Kind of far away.
Okay, it's a cat.
Okay. Oh, cute kitty.
Mhm.
I would like to be married, in whichever way Slya is most comfortable with wedding us. If you don't mind, Osha.
Okay. We could do 2 because I did buy the things for the Carnet way because I thought you might say that.
Ah,
And she
well.
pulls out from behind herself a blue sapphire with a bronze starburst painted on it and a woven cord. And she was like, "But it's fine. We can just do the Ephraim one, and I'll just tell you about this later." And she puts them back
well,
in
we
her
don't,
bag.
we don't have to. We can compromise. Well, not compromise, but we can make everything work. What's to say we have to exclude anything specific?
Cool. Okay.
We can do
Osha,
this
you
wedding
just-
our way.
How to do it the Carnet way? Just do that.
Okay. So Osha takes you aside and explains to you how it's done. And do you want me to? How should we do this? Do you want me to send you? It's a bit like. Okay, how about I'll just coach you through it
Sounds good.
as it happens. Okay.
I was gonna say, and I will cast the ceremony and do the thing.
Okay. So you
Do the
take
thing.
the person in Calcanian robes, the older woman, walks over, and she comes up and instructs you how to do the Carnet ceremony, and says that she will come in and help you should you need to. But you are placed in the center of all of these people. Neff, as Osha makes her way over to the other end of this sort of natural walkway, which has emerged. You are led, Slya, to the end of it next to Osha. Roya goes and stands next to her. And the 4 of you are at the other end of this sort of aisle. And Sarazu comes up to you, Neff. And you notice that he's been given a little bronze starburst like pin, which he's attached to his bloody dented armor because he hasn't had time to change.
Can I just like
And he looks
pat
down at
him down
himself,
a little
suddenly
bit?
very self-conscious.
You-
Sorry, you don't have to hold my arm if it's gonna mess up your very lovely dress.
No, it's okay. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I mean, if you're, it would have been nice if your dad could have seen this.
Oh, I was gonna give Sarah's a hug and I'll tear up a bit. I'm sure he'd be
He hugs
very
you,
happy.
gives you a hug back.
I
I hope so.
I'm glad you're here though, Sarah.
And-
It means a lot.
He gives you a big hug, and he says, "I can't believe we made it."
I can't believe we've done this.
Can't believe you've done this.
Neff, you have a moment of sort of quick realization that the words he just spoke to your ear just then were the words that you heard back in the trial at the beginning
Oh
of
shoot!
your adventure.
Oh my god! I did not realize
And-
that from just having heard it in person. Okay.
What?
And you feel that rune, which you would sort of the place where it was on your arm.
Mm.
It's just it tingles ever so slightly at the thought.
This is where we're meant
And
to
you're
be.
escorted down the aisle. Okay. When you get to the other end, you see Osha is looking at you very nervous. Roya is glancing to her and to you and sort of just unsure of... She appears unsure of what to do. But they're just standing there with everyone looking on, with Slya and the priest between them. Sarasa stands behind you, and Slya, you are instructed to take the hands of both Neff and Osha and put them together. Osha gives you a sapphire and asks you to clasp it in their hand.
Okay, I'm doing the thing.
Okay. And you can repeat after me if you want. I'll tell you what to say. You're past the cord by Roya, and it is laid over the top of your clasped hands. I can't believe you're about to get married in a fantasy.
Great. It's so sad. I can't handle this. It's happy, not sad. It's
You
the other
place the
tier
cord.
emotion.
You place the cord over their hands, and you can repeat after me. As this knot is tied, so are you lives bound.
As this knot is tied, the lives found.
Woven into this cord, into the very fibres, are all the hopes of your friends and family.
Woven into this cord, so are the hopes of your friends and family.
The woman nods, the priest who is helping you along, and smiles at your effort. And for yourselves, for your lives together.
And for yourselves, for your lives together.
With the entwining of this knot,
With the entwining of this knot,
do I tie all the desires, love, and happiness
do I tie all the desires, love, and happiness
here in this place,
here in this place,
for as long as your lives shall last.
for as long as your lives shall last.
And she whispers into your ear, and now you tie the cord. And you tie it around one end. And before you can pull it taut, her hand stops you, and she moves the other hand of Osha to grab one end of the knot, the other hand, Neff, to grab the other.
I grab the other end.
And now you shall tie your fates together. And you pull.
I pull.
Yeah.
Do I roll a strength check?
Oh God. Sure. Why not?
14.
14.
Keep in mind that what I'm trying to do is just make sure I'm not, like, doing it badly, I guess.
Okay. That's fine. As you pull on the side, you feel it sort of strongly secure, and Osha smiles somewhat, and she pulls back a little bit stronger than yours was. And then the priestess, sort of who is helping you along, Slya, leans in and asks you whether you would like to recite the Apraean Way as well, which I'll send to you if you wish to.
We're in Karnet. May as well just do it the Karnet way.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Well, I'll send it to you anyway because I think it's cute, and then at least someone will see it, and you'll know for the future. Okay.
For any future marriage.
For any future marriages.
I mean, we could do the Apraean, like, chant as well. I mean, a large, significant portion of my... the chant! Oh... I mean,
Shark, meat, brouhaha.
Oh my God. To be fair, like, a significant portion of my life has been in Aprea, and I've met all of my, well, friends who I consider family there. My voice is dying for real.
Only if you wish. As you wish. If you wish it.
Only if
Does
he deems it so.
Does Neff want Slya to?
I want Slya to do what Slya wants to do.
It is Neff's marriage.
I know. I don't. It would be cute. If it's cute, why not? Extra cute content. I'm not against that.
From dawn to dawn, from dusk to dusk, from life to life, from hearth to hearth, from holy wing to holy sword, may you never sever your bond in anger. May you never leave your love in danger. May you never redact your vows in fear.
Oh, that's really sweet.
That's
The
really
priestess
cute.
calls out, "It is done." And Osha like looks at you, Neff, and is like, "Do we kiss now?"
I think so. Yeah. Let's. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. She leans forward, leans down, just being slightly taller than you, and she gives you a quick
It's very quick.
kiss.
A little kiss.
Very quick. She's very embarrassed, you can tell.
Neff is pretty embarrassed too. Very, very blushed. Both artificially and for real.
And you're now married!
Oh,
Congratulations! Lily
what-
has turned off the camera in disgust.
And for the next 7 days, you two have a +2 bonus to your AC when you're within 30 feet of each other.
Yay! That means I have like 14.
Whoa!
For 2 days.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, I don't have my leather
Hang
armor
on.
equipped right now.
Oopsie.
Oh right, your armor's off. Right. I was about to say, why is your armor
No.
class only 12?
It's
But-
12 with my armor. Without my armor, it's 11.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm
That's so funny.
I'm a squish cleric.
You're a squishy.
Yeah.
I hope not to do a squash. It's kind of sad that Brian couldn't be here, but I'm sure he's busy doing things that are more important.
Speaking of Brian,
Brian.
Yes.
what are you up to at this moment?
What's the crowd like around the wedding?
It appears that the presence of a garrison have managed to ward off any onlookers from the who would be the citizens of the country of Calcariat. So it is mostly whoever Altair Bayrak brought along, the city guard, and your company.
Okay.
It doesn't appear to be particularly anybody else.
Is
Unless
Slya
you're-
wearing her like usual long, flowy, like skirt/dress?
I think at the moment she's actually wearing like trousers, but she is wearing
Neff
her
is wearing a
cloak.
long. Neff is
She's
wearing a long
wearing
flowy
her
dress.
cloak because it is daylight. So.
Okay. I think Brian's gonna try and make a sneaky dash and hide underneath Slya's cloak and just peer his head out, just to see. He's not trying to like let anyone see him, but I think Slya will know he's there.
Slya, a cat rushes into your vision and hides under your cloak.
Slya is very happy because cat.
Cat.
She doesn't know, but she's very happy because it's a cat.
Do I see the kitty?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
He is a white
dis-
cat, so
With yeah, I'll allow. I was gonna say with disadvantage, but you are an unusual cat. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. It's a 15.
15. How well are you trying to hide, Star?
just enough that he doesn't attract attention, but I don't think he minds if Neff spots him.
Okay. Then you do see a little white cat.
Oh look, gosh, it's the cute cat. Hi, cat.
Hi, cat.
Brian
Oh,
just
no,
curls his
Neff.
tail around Slya's leg.
Neff. I'm a dog person.
That's fine.
Brian hisses.
I like all
Oh
animals.
god. Okay, good. It's fine. It's fine. We'll figure this out.
A
We'll
dog
get it.
person!
What?
Blasphemy! The wedding is off! Let us leave at once! Come,
Harry,
mother!
I would.
The alternate universe.
It's over.
Yeah, it's done. Ritual
Over
cast.
straight away.
Neff just likes
And-
fluffy things.
You look over everyone who's interested in looking at the crowd. So Brian, you would have seen definitely Altair Bayrak has a look of just pure smugness on his face. He's just like,
Ah.
Lorella is watching him with a scornful expression, but if you ever catch her eye Neff, then she'll smile. Just kind of nods in encouragement. Sarazur too has a tiny tear in his eye.
Oh,
Sarazur. Sarazur. My voice doesn't work. Sarazur.
You hear Lorella ask to Altair, "Does this satisfy you? Do we have your support?" And he smiles. "I think so."
yes.
Ansel, and you see a guard walk forward from the garrison station. Kynan, and you see another who was standing next to Osan previously. Come forward, and they approach you all. Altair says, "These are the leaders of my garrison, the captain of my forces." He nods towards Ansel. "They are at your disposal. Direct them as you should need to. And they will work towards protecting the country from the oncoming siege. They will fight with you. And you've succeeded in making an alliance with the Bayrax people."
Ah, phew.
Yay.
Sweet.
Yay.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
So when he nodded to the captain of his guard, that was the man Ansel. Ancel.
That name is very familiar.
Is it?
It is actually. From a book tree that you might have read. I don't know if you remember actually.
Oh shit! What the fuck? Did I actually do that? I didn't realise!
First
Oh
book!
my god, that's so stressful!
First
What the
book!
fuck? Why is my life like this? I spent way too
From
much
what?
time. I read Captive Prince, and I was just like, oh,
Ah,
why is this
yeah.
name stuck in my head? Oh yeah, now I know! Oh, that's
At least
stressful.
it
Was he a
wasn't
good
George.
character? Oh no.
He had a moment.
Was it Did he?
He was very
I don't remember that so very well.
he was
I don't remember.
he was weak and didn't have very high spirits or hopes.
Is
Oh.
this the first book?
This is back in the first book. Damon was
Okay.
like, "We'll break free," and he's like, "Oh, I don't know. That seems like I don't know. If you're a slave too. I don't think we can break free." And Damon was like, "Come
Was
on,
that one of
dude."
the courtesans? Was he like a courtesan?
He
With
was
red
a
hair?
pet slave.
Yeah.
Yeah, the redhead one.
The redhead one.
I'm gonna try and forget all of this because I just bought the audiobook.
Oh,
Oh,
don't
no,
worry. This
don't
is
worry,
like
that's
this is
not a spoiler
extremely
at all.
minor. It's the most minor
Enjoy
thing.
it.
Oh my god, I
serious.
can't believe I've done this.
That's
Literally,
what I was
like,
saying this whole time.
I did. That was so like subconsciously like tied into my
Because
brain.
you mentioned his name, I was like,
Well-
I like it though.
That's fine.
Oh.
I love it.
I meant change it to an S spelling, like Ansel Elgort. Makes it better.
It's
Makes
cute.
it feel less real.
That's
Cool.
cute. It's cute.
All right.
Rush Neff to her honeymoon.
Am I like, by the way, with this announcement with the guards, like them being at our disposal, am I there with Osha, or are we like off with Slee? Like
You're
further
all
off?
sort of. I think you would have been brought back together
Okay.
into the troop. So you are now standing amongst each other in the aftermath of this wedding, and I think Cass at this point would say something along the lines of, "Well, why are we just standing here? There's a wedding going on. Let's party. Let's have a couple of drinks.
I like the sound of
We've
the
got to
drinks.
celebrate."
I agree
Okay.
with the drinks. Osha, would you like to have a drink with me?
Sorry, Sly.
Just-
So you pick up the cat?
Yeah, Slee wants to pick up the cat and just pet the cat.
If the
It's
cat
a bad
allows
baby.
you.
Yeah, have you not figured out the cat's Brian yet? It's got red eyes.
Me? Well, I didn't investigate very well last time. I can try
I was
again.
talking to Slayer, but
Oh, right,
you
right,
can try if you want.
Can I insight investigate the cat?
I mean, if Emma says. I assume yes.
Also, I want to say to the guards, I'm grateful for your service. We all are. Thank you.
They
My
bow to you.
investigation is a 13.
Okay.
Insight would be a lot better.
I I mean, white cat with red eyes.
I
Now that you're starting to get a vibe.
I do have a question. Could I figure out over time that this cat is Brian from just passive
The
insight
drunker you get, you're just like,
before I get
I'll
drunk
allow
because my passive insight is like 17 and I never get to use it.
Sure, I'll allow that.
Yeah.
But I won't say
Okay,
anything.
anyone's got passive insight of higher than figure out this cat is
Higher than
I'll
what?
allow it.
Ryan the cat.
14.
I have been doodling a cat on my notes. There it is.
Oh, cute.
No, it's Brian!
Cute.
Alrighty.
Just like off in the corner, like, oh yes.
All
With a
star
smile of
cat.
enthusiasm at Cass's words, you are sort of encouraged back inside the guard's cell, and towards Sobek's mansion, I think, is where Cass instinctively leads you all. Inside, she calls out, Sobek! And Sobek's like, and she emerges from one of the rooms at the top of this sort of like grand staircase leading down to the main room, and she says, "We need alcohol and lots of it." And she looks around, and is like, "Where are all those servants?" And then immediately 3 ghostly servants appear,
Poor
and she
Sobek.
says, "You, strong 0, you, food, you, music," and turns around to the rest of you and is all like, "Let's party!" And I think that you can, if you wish to, take part in some of the festivities that come with the end of a wedding.
I will as much as Osha wants to.
Okay. Osha doesn't look like she's particularly enthusiastic about partying.
Okay. Neff is kind of more
but-
reserved when it comes to partying wildly, but she will drink a lot.
Okay. Osha doesn't accept any alcohol either, but she smiles. Seems to be fine with the fact that people are partying.
Okay. I'll sit with her.
Sure. Brian, when do you make your grand return as Brian, or are you staying as the cat?
I wish to escape from Slya's hold once the party starts going.
Okay.
She's
And
not
right
holding
away.
very, very tightly. She's just
Okay.
kind of enjoying company.
Actually, I do want to
Let's go
go
back to
over
the
to
Zemo
Slee at
corner.
some point during this party. Before I've actually had like way too much to drink.
Okay, and Bluey, what are you doing?
I think if if any music starts, I'm just gonna be like, yeah.
Dad dance.
Make a
And maybe the occasional drink.
okay. Bluey, can you make me a little performance check, please, as you say,
Performance
as you
check.
Yes.
begin your dance?
Yes. A +0. Oh well. So sorry, I just
I
got
wanted
all
to be
my
really-
dice out. This is the worst
Yes.
point to like get all my dice out.
Or it's the
Come
best
on,
point.
come on. That's a 12. Okay, that's a 12.
12. You know what? You're not. It's not a ground-breaking dance, but it's a dance indeed. And as you dance, you see Daniel sort of doing the Vogue, like in the corner, just like having the time of her life.
Aw.
Yes, Brian. Daniel is
Yes.
at the party.
Daniel, I wanted to ask, if Daniel is at the party, can Brian the cat go and then get changed and
Mhm.
come back? And he's managed to make, after his recovery, a few little flowers for her. And he's gonna go over to her and say, "Oh, Danielle, would you like to dance? I'm sorry I couldn't make these for you before." And he's gonna
She
give
takes
her
the
the little.
flowers. Yeah. I would
Okay.
love to.
Okay, she's like 2 inches taller than Brian, but he's gonna make.
She
this one.
takes the lead.
Okay.
Starts waltzing you around the room. And is like, isn't this so great? I love to dance. I love a party.
Yes, Brian looks like he's trying his best to make sure she has fun, but he's very tired.
My mom taught me this little step sequence. She learned it from someone she knew a long time ago. Do you want me to teach it to you?
That would be lovely. Thank you.
All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Slya, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
You remember sort of looking back on your childhood that in those times when your mother was most interested in talking about Odyssey and most wanted to explain to you what he was like before, that she sometimes mentioned this little dance that he would do, a step sequence that she endeavored to teach you in spite of her lack of skill. She's elegant in everything, but you excelled most in the dancing. A gift perhaps from Odyssey himself. And it doesn't escape your attention that this dance that Danielle is trying to teach Brian is actually the same dance that you sort of go to as your instinctive sort of like warm up whenever you start. It's a similar step sequence, if with a bit of Danielle's unique charm. And Brian, you can make a performance check to see how well you do.
He's not a bad dancer. He's an ice skater. Fun balance.
Sure. I'll let you do it with performance with advantage then.
Yay. Cool. I need it. That was a 12. Oh, a 19 plus, I don't know, wait, performance. 20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. It's great. You're dancing very well. You're almost dancing better than Danielle, at which point she starts huffing. It's like, do it a little bit worse, okay? Make me look good.
Brian's dancing with Danielle. He's not trying to pull an Aladdin and take the dance for himself.
Yeah. No, it's... She laughs it off and you guys continue dancing around the room. And Bluey, you are joined eventually by some of the Bayrak guards who are like cheering you on as you sort of break it down. However it is that you like.
Go Bluey.
Go Bluey. Go Bluey. There's a little dance circle forming around you. And a challenger appears, like...
A tense battle.
It's like a dance battle. It's fun.
The lankiest dragonborn, just like... I love it. I love it.
I love it. So sorry.
That is all.
Lyra, what did you say you were going to do? Sorry. I forgot.
She's just gonna she's gonna kind of sit off a little bit, kind of watching the festivities, not being noticeably too far away, but she's just kind of watching, smiling, drinking water.
Oh, can I go sit with her after a while of dancing with?
I do also want to walk over to Slya when there's a chance.
Oh, everyone wants to talk to Slayer. You can go first.
You sit down.
Before I do, as I walk by Bluey's dance battle, I'll chant, "Go Bluey, and then I'll keep walking. Bluey goes wild. Yeah. I'll go over and...
I tend to go well.
I'll walk up to Slya. Thank you so much for everything. Do you mind if I sit down?
Sure.
I have a seat. How are you feeling? I know that earlier you weren't looking in tip-top shape. Just want to make sure you're doing okay.
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. It's your day.
Well, I mean, it's kind of all of ours. We all helped to get here, and a lot more than just this wedding has occurred today. But that aside, I wanted to actually ask you, maybe later on at some point when we have some time, if you'd be willing, would you be able to help me craft a holy symbol?
I can give it a shot. I'm not incredibly proficient in things like that.
No, I'm not so sure I am either, but having help would, certainly not be a disadvantage, I think. But that's it. Also, was that... I don't know if my imagination is fooling me, but was that cat Brian? Was he actually at the wedding? Oh my goodness. I've never seen a white cat with red eyes before.
Yeah, I think he wanted to show up in his own way.
I really appreciate that. I need to thank him when I see him. And I need to get my Oxide Daisy back from Danielle when I see her. And I look around.
She's got her own flowers now.
Yeah, she got too many.
I need to pick a flower for Danielle. Oh my god.
The flower of death. No.
Good thing I
You
have a flower.
notice out of the corner of your eyes that Altair Bayrak excuses himself wordlessly, leaving his wife and family behind as he just takes a drink and leaves the mansion. You look onto the dance floor as the beginning of a slower, calmer waltz begins. Daniel changes the speed of your steps, Brian, and together you start this waltz. And anyone who's looking notices that Sarazar approaches Lorella and holds out a hand and asks to dance with her, and spins her onto the dance floor. Bluey, the person who was dance battling with you, a sort of half-orc woman, with like bright green skin and really like big tusks, like smiles at you and asks if you wanted to dance together.
Yes, please. All right. Yes.
Pleased with herself, she takes your hand and you dance across the room.
I want to go get Osha as well, as the waltz begins.
Okay. Brian, if you want to break away from Daniel and talk to Slyer as well, you can.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to do that before we do the OSHA station, or up to you.
Sure. Danielle's flowers in the chat, by the way.
Okay, let me look.
It suits her.
Oh my god!
That's her flower.
Oh, it's adorable.
Oh. She starts crying.
The meaning! Worth beyond physical beauty. Oh,
Oh, Thomas, your voice.
I can't handle it. It's too much. Oh.
He's sorry it took so long to make.
I stand this friendship.
Same. They're so different.
That's so funny.
It's an understatement.
Okay. Brian will go sit beside Slea. Once he gets a bit tired, I imagine Danielle is quite a vigorous dancer, and Brian is.
She is indeed.
Yeah. He does his best, and then he needs a break.
She lets you leave, and you approach.
Brian.
She lets you live.
She lets you live.
Goodbye. Let's dance together again in a minute, okay? There's a really good one coming. Got it.
Brian just nods. Okay. And then goes to sit with Slea.
Okay.
What time of day is it? May I ask?
It's now getting into the evening, I'd say, with the amount of the timings of the festivities going on.
Okay. Brian's gonna look at Slea and say, just before we sleep, I'd like to talk to you alone, if that's all right. I want to talk to you, of course, but I'm also concerned about you. But right now, obviously, isn't the time to discuss such things.
The party, have fun.
Brian looks very tired, but he smiles and nods. And pours himself a glass of water as well, because he's hardcore.
All right. Having taken a moment to break away from... Right, go on, Sly. Sorry, what did you want to do?
Can I make a knitting check? Because I think I had one
Sure.
more left on my last thing.
Sure.
Pardon me.
I don't know what's up with Farinia's dice today, but
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
she's pretty
Good on you.
roll.
yeah, this is
Alright.
specifically Farinia's dice.
You roll it up
Hmm.
and put a bow on it, stitch it up, knit it up. All those things that knitting is. I don't knit. Can you tell?
I don't think you put a bow on it.
You do what you need to do to finish.
Knitting.
Okay. So basically, before sleep tonight, I need to find Sarazar. And
Oh.
It's fine. It's quite early evening, so it's about 6:30. So
Yeah.
As you move away, actually, Brian, Osha rushes up to you with something in her hand,
Ooh.
and
Sorry,
she
someone's
says,
typing. It's very crackly on my end.
Sorry.
Sorry.
she puts out a hand, and she makes to stop you. Brian, All-Star, sorry. It's almost as if somebody is in my head saying this nickname that I just don't know.
It's Brian.
All-Star.
Yeah. Brian, darling.
Can I just quickly talk to you just a second.
Can I insight check her? Brian's very
Sure.
suspicious.
Yeah.
17 plus 9, a lot.
She wants to talk to you for just a second.
No scary intentions. She's not going to do it. Okay. He'll go with her.
Not that you can read. She just takes you to a quieter by where the drinks are sort of laid out. Some of the food is laid out. And she turns over what this thing is in her hands and she says, I have a great deal of respect for the Maasai, and I'm pretty sure you haven't heard that often here. Not necessarily hereditary allies. And I just wanted to make sure that you were being looked out for. And it hasn't escaped my attention that you didn't look particularly well the last day or so. So I picked you up something in the bazaar whilst I was getting everything for Neff, and I just wanted to offer it to you. And she passes you the little velvet box, the potion inside, and there's a little card on top. She's like, we probably won't see each other too much after this. I mean, there's going to be but that's just all that's all I wanted to say. That you drink it soon, because the sooner you feel its effects, the better you'll be.
Can I ask what it is?
Yeah, so this is a potion that I've used for when I've been feeling under the weather or down in the dump. It just amps up your physicality just a little bit, makes you feel overall a bit better, a bit stronger, a bit more constituted, kind of thing. It's pretty common in Calcarn, but I suppose in other countries you don't really get it that much.
Brian looks at Osha's rippling muscles and he's like, I thank you. I will go and try it in private then. Thanks.
All right. And she nods and says thank you and leaves.
He just nods his head. And he's gonna go drink the potion.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Is this the JoJo potion?
I had an inkling, but Brian didn't know.
The Joshin.
No. Pajoshin.
Oh no, what's gonna happen to Brian?
Get your pose
The Joshin. The Joshin.
Like,
okay.
Potion.
So where do you go to drink your potion?
Where's like a quiet room or something?
You could go down to the spa, up to the bedroom, anywhere.
Spa seems to be the go-to. Let's go there.
Okay, you go to the spa. There is a nice room filled with ornate mirrors where you did Neff's makeup, and you can drink the potion here if you wish to.
Yep, let's do it.
Okay, you take a swig.
Yep.
Can you wait?
No.
Let me check. How tall are you again? How tall are you again?
Oh
well,
no.
when he wears shoes, it's 5'7", but he's 5'6".
5'6". Okay. I'm supposed to check your BMI before I do this.
His BMI is like, he weighs 105 pounds.
Yes.
So, yeah.
How much is that in? How much is that in kilograms?
Let me check.
Okay.
Sorry, my
It's like 48, 49 or something in kilograms.
105 pound 2 kg. 47.
Okay. Cool. I love that we're doing this in the middle of a game.
Heck yeah, we are. Gotta have those rippling muscles.
Okay.
I'm a bit scared.
I'm about to. Oh, this is upsetting. It's so upsetting.
Why? What are you gonna do?
Because it's just so underweight. 16.6 BMI. No, bad. Right.
It's the worst when he gets to 14. I calculated that will take 2.5 weeks, so he's okay right now.
Okay, you drink the potion, and you immediately feel its effects sort of like surge through your body. You feel yourself grow 3 inches.
Oh. 6, 7, 8. He's 5'9".
Oh my gosh, Loran is gonna be so confused. 3 inches, and you feel yourself gain 18 pounds. So that's
Alright,
2
that's-
stone. That's a stone and a stone and a bit. A stone and
Let
a
me
bit.
just. I'm not very
So
good
you're-
at stone.
All these
100 and-
units of measurement.
23 pounds.
18, 123, which is how many kilos? Hold on. I love that we do all these maths.
Yeah, I know.
123 pounds to kg.
I keep trying to do the conversions in my head.
55.
Oh, nice.
50. I'm gonna round. Yeah, 55.
Let's have a look to see if it's healthy.
Check his BMI.
It's 19.4. It says a healthy
Yay.
weight.
Brian's not dying anymore.
You take a look at the potion. There's a little label, and it says Joshin. Jonathan Joestar's. Jonathan Joestar's magic elixir. And it says ups the weight and height of the drinker for a period of 48 days so that they will be stable and able to return to a healthy weight. So for the next 48 days, you are
Wow.
5'9" and 90 and 55 kilograms. So you are able
Loran,
to
come back, take a look.
take.
Strong.
You'll have to be in charge of marking that down, and you do notice print it says that over time, slowly the height will decrease. So you've got it's to sort of encourage you.
Is there some left in this bottle?
Yeah,
Can I go find Slya?
2 doses, sure, why not?
I'm gonna sneak in and put my head in and find Slya and be like, come here.
Slayer, you look at Brian, and he immediately looks taller and healthier than you last.
Yeah.
He's just glowing. He looks so healthy. His hair has luster again. It's great.
Yeah, there's no bags
he's
under his eyes.
He's almost as tall as she is.
Yeah, shocking,
enjoying
isn't it?
Okay. Is Slya gonna come?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her son has called.
Okay. Her son has summoned her. Okay.
Mother.
Brian's gonna take Slya around the corner, make sure she's standing against the wall, so he's just keeping her there, and he's gonna give her the potion and say, "Drink this, please."
Can I read the
Yep.
bottle? Okay.
Joshin, Jonathan Joestar's magic elixir. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing.
He looks very hopeful.
Okay. Fine.
Happy son.
Okay, you drink the Joshin. You immediately grow 1 inch. It's only 1 inch. What's your height and weight?
She was. Okay, so just her height, not her horn height, is 5'10".
Okay.
And
You're now 5'11", same as Loran, minus horns.
yeah, I'll say
Technically taller.
with horns, they'd probably be a little bit over Sarah's are now.
Cool.
4 or 5 inches of horns. Weight wise, she was right about 120.
Okay.
120, 121.
Cool. So you're going to be gaining 17 pounds for the next 48 days. Let's work it out. Work out the BMI.
Dude, I need this potion.
This is
10. Yeah, I wish it existed in real life.
Yep. Big mood.
I don't know what that is in kilograms. I'm sorry, I'm failing.
No worries.
What's the pounds? Oh my god.
Had it.
You were gaining 17 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
So that's 137.
Yeah.
I'm finding out. 62 kilos.
It's pretty good. Okay. You are exactly the same as Brian, a healthy weight.
Yay!
19.5.
Can I
Good
give
on you.
Slayer a hug?
Yes.
And I just want to hold on, if that's
Mm.
okay.
Slayer, is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys look at each other healthier than you were before, thanks to the JoJo potion.
Still wants to talk to Slayer later, but he's happier. It's obvious.
sure.
Jojo is just so magical. But,
Isn't it?
you know.
Beautiful.
It's yeah.
Osha bringing the JoJo magic.
Thanks, Osha.
You guys realize that people are starting to sort of now to fill into the area that you've sort of like gone off to. Chattering voices. You hear the sound of Force Cage sort of explaining something enthusiastically to one of the Bayrak guards. You know, my name isn't actually Force Cage, right? It's Leon. But you get trapped in a Force Cage one time and it follows you around all your life, and he keeps going off. Chatting along the slide to this Bayrak guard who looks like he wants to run away. And everywhere else you look, people are dancing, quietly conversing, laughing, eating, drinking. Seems like there's a nice brief break from the attack which happened just a day or so before. Anybody have anything else they want to do?
I wanted to dance to the waltz with Osha for a bit. Well, actually, I wanted to go up to her and ask her after she's come back from her meeting with Brian.
Yep, that's fine. She comes back. Brian moves off to find Slyer, so you don't see either of them, but you see Osha into the room.
Coming back to dance with Danielle at my full height.
The power move!
Yes, you come back to dance with Danielle.
God.
How tall is Danielle?
2 inches taller than 5'8".
Five. Ah! I win.
Brian!
Oh no.
It's fine, I'm over you, but you just look really good. Wow, Brian!
Oh my god.
Brian just nods. He's a bit embarrassed, but he holds out his hand for her.
Takes it, and she
You can leave this time.
pulls you down and says, right, but you know you can't look this good when we go out together, because we need to find people for me, not for you.
I promise I will look horrifying.
Well, we don't want to repulse people. And she starts like laughing and explaining the criteria of the outfit.
Brian
You go,
starts making mental notes of what he's going to make. He's going to go to a tailor and...
You can find
I
Osha
love
easily enough as another waltz begins.
Osha, would you like to join me for one dance?
Sure.
Oh.
Let us make our way to the dance floor. And I'll roll a performance check.
Okay, we can roll with advantage.
With
Because
advantage.
she is
though.
helping you perform.
Okay, sweet. Oh, that was a nat 1, thankfully. Okay. Neff does not roll very... 2 nat 1s in a row! Oh my god!
Are you serious?
I'm serious. 2 natural ones.
As
She can't dance!
you attempt to dance a waltz, and you find yourself sort of so caught up in Osha's eyes and windswept hair.
My god,
that
your eyes are
you
so beautiful.
Can't focus on,
Deja vu.
you can't focus on where your feet are moving. And eventually, she just uses her rippling muscles after you've fallen a couple of times to just subtly pick you up. The dress sort of hiding the fact that your feet aren't on the floor. And instead of you moving around, she just spins you, carrying you across the dance floor.
I have to, out of game, I have to say that this dice, right, this dice that I have for Neff, it rolls a lot of 20s and a lot of 1s for some reason. Very extreme.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's good.
Even in this one session
Oh,
already,
yeah.
I've rolled a 20. Okay.
Alright.
There was something I think I wanted to bring up. I don't really remember. Probably wasn't that important. While everybody's... Well, I know we're in the middle of a dance right now. And, my goodness, you look beautiful.
It's not Zone of Truth anymore, Neff.
It doesn't... Neff was just saying shit to begin with. I don't think he was really that affected by it. We've been distracted for a little while. I know this might not be Might not be the greatest thing for the mood specifically, but maybe just to be safe, we should check up and make sure Jennifer is still where we left her.
I agree.
Just to be safe.
Actually,
Because everybody's been preoccupied with this wedding.
Oh, that she's alive.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Suggestion.
no, I'm not going to lie to you. She probably doesn't have long left to live. Not when Zan's the one that she betrayed.
Mm-mm.
I had a feeling.
Does that upset you?
Well, everybody's a victim of their circumstances to some extent. I don't know Jennifer personally, but don't like to see people die.
I'm sure. Neither do I. In fact, I know exactly the pain of losing.
What do you mean exactly? If you don't mind me
My
asking.
brother.
Ah, yes. I actually do remember exactly this that you told me. I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Are you sure you don't want to drink?
No. No, thank you.
Well, I'll...
Dulls in mind. I'd rather remember all of this.
I've historically not been very good at remembering things, but I think I'll remember this very vividly.
I'm sure there's much more to come that I hope you'll never forget.
As do I. Oh, I'm going to embrace her, I think.
She allows you to, and she starts stroking your back in a sort of comforting gesture. And then she pushes you away and says, "Perhaps we find Jennifer."
Okay.
Do you want to gather your friends? Or would you prefer to go alone?
Maybe we should at least mention that we're leaving to them. And if anybody wants to come
Right.
along, then that's at their discretion.
Of course. I'll wait for you here.
I'll be right back. Alright, I will go ask... I'm going to leave Sarazar and Lorella to do their thing. I'm not going to bother them. But I will ask the other PCs.
Oh god.
You've done this.
No, I know.
Let this ship sail!
Sail!
Alright, is Bluey still in this room?
Bluey?
Yeah, I was gonna ask this half-orc guard, like, what her name is.
My name is Viv. No, Viv, I've already used. Valerie.
Valerie.
I've already used Valerie too. I've just remembered that. That's fine. There could be two.
Yeah.
You could call her Valerie the Second.
Valerie. Wait, this is her name.
Oh my god, what have you done?
With two eyes?
Valerie E! What are you doing?
Oh my god.
Valor 2.
Oh, I love it. Valor.
That's some good valor.
So fantasy. Just like Gen Eva.
Yeah.
Well,
You ask her name and you find out that it's Valerie.
Cool. I'm Bluey.
Wow, our names sound so similar.
Huh?
E.
Yes.
Yeah. 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 Do you want some more drinks?
Maybe a little bit.
Alright, I'm gonna go get it some drinks. And she walks off to get you drinks just as Neff approaches.
I approach with my drink. Bluey, Ocean and I were thinking of going to check up on Jennifer. Would you like to come as well?
Ah,
You don't?
yes.
Okay.
Valerie!
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll be back.
Okay. Do you want me to hold on to your drink, or can I drink it?
It's okay, you can drink it.
All right then. She pours yours into hers and turns around.
Alright.
All right, you have Bluey in tow.
Okay. I don't know. I saw Slia and Brian here just before, but Daniel isn't dancing with Brian right now, and I don't see Slia. Did you see where they went?
No, the dance battle was very intense.
Okay, wait. I was cheering for you. You dance really well. I wish I could dance
I know.
anywhere near as well as you. I cannot dance to save my life.
Oh no, I'm sure you're just saying that. You married you. No.
That's. I really assure you, I cannot dance. But thank you so much for the support. Okay, wait here. I'll just go ask Daniel. Maybe she knows where Brian went off to.
I think Brian's dancing with Daniel.
Didn't you go off with Slia to go get potions?
You see
Because
now
he
that
went back.
that Daniel and Sly and Brian have just returned, and
Okay.
Brian is dancing with Daniel, discussing clothing fabrics and such and such for
Okay.
their date.
Very, very animated.
manning. Very, very animatedly.
Brian. Brian.
Brian looked over.
I was going to go check up on Jennifer with Osha and Bluey. Do you want me to leave you here or come along?
Oh. Brian does not want Neff to go alone.
She isn't going alone though, but you know.
Yeah, but still, Brian doesn't like being away from the party. Okay,
Daniel
can
could
Brian
come along
dance?
as well.
Oh. He looks at Daniel.
What?
Daniel, we want to. Well, I thought it might be good to check up on Jennifer to see.
Oh, the nice goulash lady. Oh, she was so nice.
Yeah, that's what we thought. That's what we thought. She's very not nice.
Oh no, she's not nice.
She's a traitor.
Well, that's the worst thing I've ever heard.
It's true. She tried to do something dastardly. But we're thinking of going and checking up on her to see if she's still there, and just to get an idea, because kind of we all got very distracted with the wedding, so maybe it would be a good idea.
She hurt Mom, right?
She
Probably, maybe.
hurt a lot of people, I have a feeling.
Well, then I don't want to see her.
Okay. Also, not to kill the mood, but could I have my Oxide Daisy pack? It looks very pretty. I love your flowers.
Okay. I shall return it to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Brian, you look awfully different. Did you change clothes?
Oh, he looks exactly the same. What are you saying?
Can I
Right, Brian?
Very, very bashful.
He's always looked this tall and handsome.
Brian's just like, Daniel, should we get you a drink and then return to the party later? I would quite like to accompany Neff. Alright.
I'll quickly go get Slia
Fine,
as well.
go and do what you need to do.
Okay.
Alright.
Brian joins Neff.
Alright, and we'll walk over to Slia.
Okay. I'd like to sort of like I'd like to think that I'm just sort of keep on looking at Brian.
Yep,
Can I loom anyone now? Can I loom Neff?
You can loom Neff.
you can.
She's a lot shorter
He
than you.
unintentionally looms Neff.
Can I roll like a
You
perception?
do. Sure.
Let's see if Neff knows what's up. Oh, this is pretty good actually. Dirty 20. Brian, you look
You noticed. You know what's up.
you look a lot taller. What?
Brian just smiles.
I like it.
You're, Osha. I think she helped me.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
You should see Slia.
Yeah, let's go get her. We walk over.
No, I mean, you should see Slia.
Oh.
Slia looks...
Oh, is that? And I look over at Slia. Can I just, if I carry my perception over? You guys look good.
Oh no.
What's up?
Oh no, I just clicked the wrong thing.
Oh.
But that's funny.
Slya, I... How... And I just point to both of you. How... Was this... Did
I
Ocean...
just point to Brian.
Well, okay, I won't ask. Anyway, I wanted to ask... we're going to go see... Well, check up on Jennifer. Would you like to come with us?
No, actually. I have no desire to be in her presence.
Okay.
Thank you for asking.
Are you going to be alone then, Tia?
No, there's a party going on.
Where's Shu?
She was still
Lurking.
upstairs, sort of asleep, but now he's like,
Oh.
she's like lurking, sort of like peering in what's happening, but hasn't actually entered the party. No one's really seen her as of yet.
Oh. Can Brian see her?
Oh, you always know where she is. I have a feeling.
Okay. I think Brian just turns around and like squats down and pats his legs to get Shu to come to him.
Okay, Shu emerges
Like a
from
tiny
the top,
kitty, but she's like,
from the top landing at the top of those grand sort of stairs, and stops for a moment as they see this huge, lumbering, like sphinx-esque animal, and those people in Kalkan who haven't seen are very confused and almost uncertain as to whether or not they should bow before it, considering the Sphinx are deities here. But then it starts bounding towards you and Shu sort of comes up, licks you on the face, and like starts like that hum like a purr sort of
Yeah.
enters into your mind.
Brian cuddles Shu and then. I'm not really sure. I don't know if Brian speaks to Shu in like common or.
You can decide. I think that there's a sort of extent of like understanding, but not necessarily like 100% like cognitive. Like it's not language based, more like emotional.
It's like when
sort
you
of-
talk to an animal and you think they understand. But...
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, then I need to ask you, Emma. I've never actually learned how to pronounce this. Is it massage or masa? Like the language of the Maasai? Maasai.
It's the one that's MESA
JJE.
JJE. Yeah, massage.
Okay, he speaks to her in that language, and he just says, "Can you look after Slya, please?"
Okay.
And just pats her cheeks.
There's that hum, and then ruffles her feathers, and opens her wings slightly and closes, and then pads over towards Slya, and sits at your feet.
Can I have 1d4 bless Slya?
I just want to show one thing. I drew a little bluey. Hang on. Let me. I don't know if you can see it because on camera.
Oh, Bluey!
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it big. Oh,
Wait,
oh, Bluey.
Aww.
come on. Ah!
I love her
Cute.
one. This is the Matt Mercer notebook, I can
Oh.
tell.
With the blue.
Oh my
Anyway.
god.
Cute.
I can bless up to 3 creatures of my choice within range. Okay, I want to
Alright.
bless Slya, I want to bless Shu, and I want to bless Brian. Brian,
Just so they're blessed.
just so they're blessed. But I
That's
wait.
cute.
hold
It only
on.
lasts a minute.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Bless first level.
I will say that once they leave, Slya does actually want to do something.
Okay. Let's check
Shoes,
the
gonna follow
Jennifer.
you.
Jennifer first. So those who
Yeah.
are going to Jennifer, you exit the party with Osha with you, and make your way across to the less jovial part of the garden. Inside the mansion and outside, it seemed to be sort of everyone was in that sort of like ready to party wedding mindset. But now that you go back into the courtyard, it's quite a jarring change of ambiance. You realise that there is still a war going on. People outside are still preparing for that. Most of the higher ranking guards who you've come to know over the last few days, the pink-haired man with the buzz cut, the 6'7" woman, and Viv have sort of departed. It appears you can't see them anywhere. And you hear people talking of evacuation and fortifying the docks, fortifying the walls. You hear people talking about how they haven't seen Gareth emerge from the war room for however many hours, he's been poring over battle plans. As you make your way through, you eventually go back to that room where you saw Jennifer last, and she's no longer there.
Okay.
So where are you going to look?
Are there any... Also, I'm just going to say that while we're walking, if any guards do notice me walking, then I'll just nod to all of them kind of with respect. Are there any guards nearby the room where Jennifer was, just in the general area?
Interestingly, as you nod at them, starts now that everything's calmed down a lot more and they're not sort of working like kind of instinct, people are bowing to you, beginning to get used to the idea of having Nikki again. They're starting to show you slightly more time goes on. You do see some guards who are around where Jennifer was. You go up to one of them. It appears to be one of Force Cage's friends, and you ask, and she mentions to you that she was taken down to the cells about an hour and a half ago.
Okay. Which way to the cells?
She points down a set of stairs to her left.
Thank you.
Right. You make your way down. This sort of very simple stone staircase leading you to a sort of austere corridor with no decoration, cells lining inside. And at the end of it, you see Zan is staring into one of the cells at, you assume, you can't see her though, Jennifer.
Mm-hmm. Can I... Wait, does Zanelle notice us?
If you stealth down the stairs, she might not, but it's going to be quite soon.
Okay. No, I'm not going to stealth.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have cast Detect Good and Evil already in the past sort of 24 hours, have I? Did I do that?
Yeah,
I believe that you did. Yes.
Okay.
In the riot.
Uh,
I think.
Yeah, that rings a bell. Okay, yeah.
is Neff walking down the stairs first?
You can establish a marching order?
Because I'd like to go just in front of Neff, considering we're going to see someone who tried to kill her entire family.
Yeah, sure. I'd say that I'm... Whoa, my pen. That I'm, like, directly behind. Or, like, maybe slightly off to the side-ish.
You can hide behind Brian now, because he's so tall.
Tall Brian. Very tall. Tall boy. You were taller than Neff before, I think, as well. But now you're, like, even taller.
He was 2 inches taller than Neff before. Now he is.
Now he's loom inches
5
taller.
inches taller.
5 inches, yeah.
He do a loom.
Loom.
Okay.
Cat in the Round only has 2 inches on him. He's catching up. One day.
One day.
Okay, if we're approaching Zanelle, as we're approaching her, whether or not she notices us, if she does notice us, then I'll nod. Can I just insight check her?
She does notice you. She nods at you. What are you insight checking?
Just her general expression, nothing specific.
Right. Okay.
22?
She has her face set, sort of her mouth set in a harsh line. Her brow looks like it was furrowed before. There are some creases. But she looks like she's put on a relaxed expression at the moment, mostly. It's just her mouth that's giving her away that she's holding back whatever tense emotion is overtaking her. Her face is sort of pale white, and every now and again she glances at the cell, and she looks up at you and she says, I expected you to come back down here at some...
So you cut out a little bit, say again?
I expected you'd come back down here at some point, but I didn't expect it to be halfway through your wedding party.
Yes. Well, I guess a good opportunity hadn't presented itself yet. But regardless, I'm here now. How are you feeling?
Much better now that I've done that. And she nods to the cell. And inside, you notice that there is a much larger, more sort of severe-looking gag around Jennifer's mouth than there was before. She's been hit perhaps once or twice in the nose, or on the side of her face, and she is tied up unceremoniously to one of the chairs.
But she's alive.
And she's alive.
Okay. How is the prisoner doing?
Oh, she'll be doing very well on the other side in about 10 minutes. I was about to take her out.
The other side?
She's going to meet her maker.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
So
She wanted to stab herself so badly, so I thought he might as well.
right. Did you manage to get any other information out of her?
She hasn't said a thing.
Can I insight check Jennifer?
What are you trying to insight check?
Just her general expression. Is she sad? Is she happy? Is she angry? Is she depressed?
Can't. Just looking at her, she has an unreadable expression. There's not really been something for you to hook onto that would give her a way as to extreme, happy, sad, that kind of thing. Unfortunately.
Does she have her bird with her?
Her bird is not in her hair anymore.
Did we see it leave at any point?
You can ask where the bird is.
Jennifer, where is your bird?
Oh, she's gagged.
Oh, well, I don't know if she'll
It blinks at you.
Because, well, I might not feel any sympathy for you at the moment. I don't necessarily want your pet to be lost out in the wilderness. If it is domesticated.
Zan leans over to you and she says, I suspect that the bird was some kind of familiar or messenger that was acting and passing information for her.
Okay.
We just thought it was a weird hair accessory, but...
Well, okay, fair enough. That makes a lot more sense than what I thought. I just thought it was a bird, but yeah, okay, I'll take that information. Well...
Are you sure we have no further use for her?
Well, what would you suggest? I'll admit I might be letting my personal feelings around this issue be clouding my judgment, but if you could suggest something better than killing them, I'll listen.
Well, if the bird is passing information, if we could control her, we could perhaps get in contact with those who were employing her and let them think that she was still on their side.
We could.
Can I perception check Jennifer to see how she's doing a la hit points?
Medicine check, you'd have to do.
Medicine check.
Yep.
What's my medicine? Yeah. It's +5, so let me try that. Ah, sweet. 13 plus 5 is 18.
18. Right. She looks, other than those 2 blows, that she's particularly taken that much damage.
Cool. I'm gonna walk up to the bars and try and gaius her.
Okay. Interesting. All right. What is it again?
Wisdom save, I believe.
Natural 20.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna try it again.
You can try it again. Okay.
I can try it again.
Right. Why does my camera keep freezing? All right. 9 plus. It's probably not enough.
No.
I'll double
My
check
save's a
just in
7.
case.
My save's a 17.
No. All right.
She's gaius.
She is gayest. She is a goulash under your control.
I'm gonna look at Zan and say, I have her under my control. 30 days.
Impressive. I suppose we can. Make her punch herself in the face once I undo her bound. Just one time. Please.
I suppose I do owe you one.
You definitely owe me that. She opens the cage and carefully undoes the gag. Can you show me what you've done? Make her say something, What can you do with this?
She has to follow my orders. She can resist once per day, but if she does, she will suffer
Right.
quite badly. And my first order is, you are not allowed to kill yourself. To Jennifer.
All right then. I won't kill myself. I'll stay alive just for you.
And you remain loyal to me and my friends. You do not attempt to harm any of us, our allies.
You see her body completely shudder.
Do I need to
But
roll
it
some
doesn't look-
damage?
It doesn't look like she resists. She says, all right then. I'm yours to command.
Okay. I promise to treat you quite nicely, but I believe that Zanel has one favor. Please punch yourself in the face.
Punches right across her cheek. All full force. Her spit one. That hurt.
I do believe you deserve that, though.
Do I?
Yes.
Do I deserve it? I deserve it. Should I do it again?
No, I think once is enough. I'm gonna look at Zan. Say,
As you wish.
it's late.
Yeah, once will do, she says to you.
Okay. We should leave her locked up for the night. You're not allowed to escape. You must stay wherever we tell you to. I say to Jennifer.
Sounds good to me. Can I still make some goulash?
No, I didn't actually like the goulash very much. I think it'd be good for everyone if you
Wait,
ceased your goulash activities.
Oh.
Brian just looks at Bluey like, no more goulash. We are ending the goulash.
We could wait, but if the goulash was totally fine, we could just make her make a good goulash.
I'm gonna look at Zanel and say, I will put her under your control then.
All right.
Okay. You may lock her up for the night, and we'll see what we can do with her tomorrow.
Sounds good to me. Oh, if you are in fact done with your part, then do join me in the what's it called? What place is it called? Join me in the audience chamber later. We'll go over tactics for the battle to come, as we've received a letter from reinforcements, and it needs addressing. And I believe that you are involved with these people. We have
All of us? Or just Brian?
especially you, but your friends as well. I want to hear what they have to say.
Okay, Brian nods.
Slya, what are you doing whilst it's all happening?
Okay, I've got eyes on Terazar and Lorella, who are on the dance floor still, yes?
Yes.
And you said that Altair Bayrak left the mansion?
Yeah.
Can I attempt to find him and just see what he's doing?
Yeah, you can. Where do you go? You leave the mansion. What are you looking for? You see the backs of your friends disappearing down a staircase.
Also, did Shu follow me, or
Shu did follow you.
can I, basically when I get up and see Shu is following, can I kind of just like whisper to Shu, would you mind watching those two, and indicate Sarazar and Lorella?
Where do your loyalties lie, Shu?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
That's fair. I only needed to roll once. my good rolls have run out. That was a 1.
A 1. Shu is like so pressed up against you, like the back of her head is on you. There is no shaking this one.
Consistent with you.
Well, in which case, Slya just kind of puts her hand on Shu. This is comforting. And
Make a
then,
perception check for me then.
okay. Not. Okay. My mouse is high. That is an 18.
An 18, right. You look around, and at first you can't see him, but then you do see the form of Altair Bayrak walking up to the top of the wall on the guard's house.
What's the weather like going on right now? Is it the time of day and whatnot?
It's sunset at the moment.
Okay.
Quite clear.
So then I guess she might attempt to head up after him.
All right. You go up there and you realise that he's in fact stopped just around about where you remember being attacked the first time. You have a bit of a jarring memory, but he seems to be unawares of the connection. He stops and he rests his arms on the balustrade, the edge of the wall, and looks out and starts watching the sunset. He takes a sip from his drink.
She's going to very slowly, cautiously approach. So she's not sneaking up on him at all.
Okay.
But she does kind of make, like, not to say eye contact, because you can't make eye contact with a piece of a building.
You know, like you know when you know someone's approaching, you don't make a big thing of it. That kind of thing. Is that what you're saying?
No, like she looks at the like the piece where, like, basically the part of the area where she's attacked, and
I understand. You eye it.
Yeah. And then approaches him. Which, I mean, she's got Shu with her, so
yeah,
it's not
he
subtle.
doesn't. Yeah, it's not subtle. He isn't surprised, but he doesn't necessarily directly acknowledge you. He just keeps staring out on sunset, into the sunset.
If I may.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you hoped for, sir?
Everything I hoped for. It is not as quite as fulfilling as I would have. But there's still a ways to go.
There is.
It brings you up here.
Did Osha tell you what delayed us in meeting with you?
I've heard things. Whispers, though. Nothing quite so direct. Do you wish to tell me?
Can I do just a general insight check on him?
Yeah.
Uh, 19?
19. He takes a sip of his wine, purses his lips ever so slightly, places it slowly back down on the side of. All his weight is sort of leaning on it. He seems to be lost in thought somewhat. He's not quite 100% with this conversation.
My apologies for disturbing.
It's all right. I come up to watch the sunset from my balcony at home, and this sort of reminded me of it. Reminded me of him.
She kind of eyes back the assumably, like, bloodstains that are still on the ground.
They're just about cleaned up, but there's certainly an impression that something happened here.
Do be careful.
Is that a threat?
No, my lord. Just that we nearly lost quite a bit last. And while I hold no ties to this country. I don't want to see it.
I see. Well, you'd be surprised with how much I could before I truly broke. Been
Sorry.
pushed to the brink before.
That was cut off.
It's okay. He said, you'd be surprised with how much I can withstand losing before I truly broke.
I would hate for you to lose any more. It is a tragedy.
I have many children. I do not have an endless supply. The loss of one is more upsetting than you'd imagine. But I don't view it quite as the end yet. Anyway, I've said more than I care to.
Thank you for coming to us.
Well, win the war first, thank me later. Now that I've declared for you, I won't survive a second loss, I don't think. You can go now if you wish to. Or you'll leave me to silence, that's fine.
Oh, no. Slya nodded at the being dismissed and turned and left.
Okay.
And just kind of bows, you know.
For sure. A guard comes up to you and explains that later this evening you'll be needed before you retire to bed in the audience chambers to go through the battle plans in light of the letter that was sent. This is the first you're hearing of it. Mm-hmm. How much time do you guys have this sesh? Because we can either do the audience chambers now or we can wait until next week.
Depends on everybody else.
I have time.
Okay. All right then.
I will quickly go to the toilet though. 1 second.
Yeah, let's take a break so I can make some toast because I'm very hungry. And then, yeah.
All right, minor interlude.
Minor interlude.
Okay.
Distant coffee.
Hello, it's me.
Hello.
I made some toast, but I'm gonna put my microphone up so that I can eat it. So please feel free to talk at me.
Okay. I too am ravenous. So even though it was my nephew's christening today, and we ate a lot of food because a lot of people made things afterwards, including really nice kofta. It was very nice. Yeah.
The cheesy thing, or am I wrong?
No, it's like beef. It's a Greek thing. No, oh, actually, I think usually it's lamb. It might, I don't know. Yeah, so like, well, okay. Most of what I ate were like sweet things. And I did, excuse me, I did eat before D&D, but I was just like, oh, I want food. That looks like a Malteser's cup. Hello?
Hello. It's a Marvin the Martian cup. Hold on. Let me just clean up my
sorry.
spill. Jeez, I really am net wanting all day today.
Oh.
I removed the fly
Babes.
from my cup.
I know exactly which cup you're using, Lily, because I can tell it's the Aladdin one.
Always.
Always.
Marvin the Martian. I have
is
my
that a,
free cup.
Oh yes.
Oh my
leave that one
god! Oh my god, you brought it!
Yes.
I think it was so funny that literally that was the first thing I saw your mum do was drink from that cup. I was just like, yes, this house.
Oh
I
my
just have to
god.
spread my influence everywhere.
Yes.
Wow.
I have no
Alrighty,
food in this
so-
house, but I have 4 types of tea, so this is me trying another type of Earl Grey.
Oh, I love Earl Grey.
Nice.
I'm gonna try that
nice.
Melbourne breakfast next.
I
Right.
just go Thomas, come to T2 with me.
Definitely. Tuesday? I can do
I'm
Tuesday
gonna go
during
to
the day.
T2 on Tuesday. I'm gonna go
Tuesday,
to T2 on Tuesday.
I've got a seminar until how's Thursday.
I'm gonna go
During
to
the
T2
morning
on
slash
Tuesday
day?
too. Get it?
Sorry, Thomas?
I can do morning or during the day. I can't do it in the afternoon, later afternoon.
Thursday?
Yep. I can't. Well,
Yeah, I'm free all day. Today.
Any
T2
weekday I can't do
on
late in the afternoon.
Tuesday. Tuesday.
But I'll book you in. I'll pencil you into my very
I'm
extremely
going
busy
to
schedule.
I'm going to the Cursed Child in the evening anyway, so I'm going to be very excited all
Oh,
day.
nice. I will hopefully be
Ready
more
to get my
alive.
Ravenclaw scarf. Yes.
Wait, you got a scarf there?
I love Ravenclaw memorabilia. Don't
Wait,
judge
no.
me.
I mean, like, you can get memorabilia there?
Yeah.
I
Do you want me to get you something? What has he?
think it was Ravenclaw or something. I need to go through my Twitter feed. Anyway, I'll find it. Maybe
Sorry guys, there's
Ravenclaw.
toast on my fingers.
Scarf. Actually, don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
Just tell me.
Alrighty. So, everyone who wishes to, you are summoned now to the guard's house. Not to the guard's house, to the largest room of the guard's house chamber. As you pass the entrance to Sobek's mansion, you notice that people are slowly starting to filter out as they realise that both the couple of the hour are gone and all of his friends have left too. All of her friends have left too. Osha stops you before you go inside and says, should I come as well, or would you prefer it if I...
Most definitely, you're royalty.
Oh dear God! Oh my God.
You must.
I didn't think of it like that. Okay.
We've got to start.
Alright then. There I go. And she, like, slowly walks in with you. Everyone, you enter into this room and it is about as plainly decorated as everywhere else in here. It's very practical. There is a large space in the center of the floor, upon which is cast this illusion of the city. You see in great detail Calcariat, with little moving people walking in the streets. A very well thought out and precise projection. Whoever has cast this or whoever has created this clearly put a lot of thought into it. Around this map of the city on the floor, you see your own forces highlighted in a bright blue, stationed on the walls, stationed in the city itself, and then opposing it on the other side, you see many, many, many thousand soldiers, illuminated in red. Even with your combined sort of knowledge of battle formations, you can tell this looks menacing. You can feel the for anyone who likes JoJo, that's a reference. Standing around this, you see Gelder, Gareth, who you remember hearing has not left this room for quite some time. Jera, who Slya, you assume has rejoined the main captains here at this part of the guard's house, and Hallel, who was in charge, you remember, of the transportation circle in Calcariat, and you assume therefore has been responsible for ferrying the support from Aprea into Calcariat as well. You see above them slightly different crests on the illusion on the floor, indicating that you have Bayrak soldiers, you have guild masters, you have Aprean reinforcements, and the city guard itself. You look around the edges of the room and you are slowly joined as well by Ansel and Kynan of the Bayrak's forces, and two other guards who wear this gold band on their left arm and identify themselves as the captain of the Guildmasters troops. Zan is waiting inside, and once you arrive and you're all sort of stationed around this map on the floor, she calls out to you all and she says, "So, looking at this map, I'm sure you can tell that we are in fact at a disadvantage. In an all-out fight, if they breach our walls, we will likely not win. Even with the addition of the Bayrak forces, we are slightly outnumbered, and we have citizens to protect as well. If they do indeed breach the wall, and you see those red soldiers beginning to advance on the small illusory force of Calcariat, climbing up, breaching the walls, and infiltrating the guards' house, which is along the edge of the city, we will be trapped between their forces and the sea. So, not ideal.
Mm-hmm.
However, not everything is against us. If we protect the walls well enough, then I believe we can hold them off. We can find the time to weave our way into their garrisons, perhaps unnoticed, and take out their leaders. In this way, a siege, rather than an all-out battle, is far more... I don't want to say advantage. Siege is bad, regardless how you look.
More manageable, maybe.
I like that. More manageable. And then there's this. And she holds up a letter with a freshly broken seal on it. And All-Star, it's a seal that you recognize, not as because you've seen it before, but because the crest indented into the wax is one that you've seen before. It is identical to the crest that was sailing on Lucas's ships. This letter was sent to us 1 day ago, informing us of reinforcements coming from the Maasai Ice Desert. And at that you hear scattered whispers, gasping, shocked voices. The Maasai, they're helping us. But after everything they've done, these sort of voices disseminate. but a look from Zan quietens the room. They may have been our enemies once, but they now appear to be committed to helping us. Even with their swift boats, they say they will not be here for another 6 days. And our swift riders tell us that the invasion will be here sooner than that.
How much sooner?
It's hard to say. 3 days. Perhaps. I need to check my notes to exactly tell you,
Okay.
but I'll do that later. So what does this mean?
First of all, before we get into any planning specifically, or going over the plans, where are the citizens going to be during all of this?
We have already started evacuations. I believe that Gelda and Jera can probably tell you a bit more about that. And Gelda steps forward and she says, we have been utilizing ourselves, the Temple of Abundant Worker, to help escort citizens out of the city and to the Bayrak residence. You know it lies beyond the city walls, a fair distance. So we have set a caravan to take as many as we can there. But those who do not wish to go there, or do not wish to leave their home, we are not forcing them to leave.
Those
About
that are
half the city now.
Those that are
gone.
staying, do they understand the ramifications? As in, do they understand why everybody's leaving?
I believe so. I mean, we've done our best to explain it to them.
Okay. If there's anything I can do to help in that regard, at least, please do let me know.
You can tell us what you wish us to do. You are one of our sovereigns.
Well, I want our people to be safe, regardless of what happens.
All right.
Above all else.
We will set a sanction of guards to patrol the cities during whatever happens, whether it's a fight, it's a siege, to ensure that the people of this city remain safe.
Yep.
Does that sound pleasing to you?
I think so. Also,
Jera sets some men onto it. And Jera nods. Yes, Your Majesty.
while we're on the topic of the siege, is there any way that we can delay the forces by up to 3 days?
That, Zan replies, is exactly what I brought you in here to talk about. Everyone you see in this room serves a very distinct purpose in the hierarchy of what is going on here in the city, in its defenses. If one of us were to leave the city, if one of us would try anything, moment, we can't be certain that we will be ready in terms of infrastructure, in terms of battlements and so on, to receive the enemy. What we need is a stealth team of highly trained individuals to break their lines under the cover of darkness where they are weakest. Do what they can to delay them. And I have seen what you all can do. It is not to be ignored. You have quite some skill, especially, and she looks to Ulstar and Bluey, for those who have fought in the ritual combat. And especially, she looks to you, Slyer, and to Neff, to those who have shown great prowess in healing. You seem to be well balanced. And you know what's at stake. As a member of the royal family, she looks to, I would never force you to go on this mission. If you do not wish to go on it, I respect that. But I would ask of your friends to do this for us, and know that the invitation is extended to yourself.
I'll look to the other PCs. What do you think?
I will go. It might be a bad idea, but we could. Jennifer is a trained assassin. If we could.
I was gonna say she got around quite quietly without people sort of knowing this whole time. And she got rid of a lot of people along the way.
That's true. I would prefer it if she were not to go alone. The scale of what's done, you see, to stop a whole army is more than one person can achieve in as little time as we have.
Mhm.
Whoever volunteers to go will be leaving tomorrow.
Mhm. Well,
Okay.
All right.
if you're going, then I'm going. That said, yes.
A question for Zan. Are there any druids amongst your forces?
I believe that the Empress has quite a way with magic, druidic magic.
Okay, out of game because this is. I don't want to make it meta. There's quite a few spells that I think Brian would want to suggest for them to use to fortify the city. If
That's
that
understandable.
could be, yeah.
You can suggest. You have that magic. You can suggest it.
Okay.
But you'd have to. You could ask Zan to find. You could ask Zan to find druids and to send them a message should they be existing in the city.
Yeah, and fairly high level druid, like able to cast 6 level.
It is unlikely that we will find some depth at this rate, but we can certainly try. And if we have time, once you return, we might be able to work something out then as well.
Okay, I will suggest some magic to the Empress then, and see what she has to say as well.
I see. And also, if you are going to do this, then I will explain to you what I think is best. And you see the map on the floor begin to change. There are 3 points at which I believe they are weakest. If we can achieve weakening all of these 3, we should be able to put them back 5 days. Then, if we can fight them off for another day, we should be here in time for the reinforcements. With the extent of support we expect to receive described in this letter, we will be able to defeat them, so long as we don't misstep along the way and we protect our monarch.
Mm-hmm.
So, the 3 locations, and you see points begin to highlight on the map. Firstly, the borderlands, where they will exit the treacherous landscape that is the waste. The sandstorms have stopped. I don't yet know why. For whatever reason, we no longer have the cover that we would usually be assured by sandstorms. So any battlements that we set up on the borderlands will be visible to them from the... That is not ideal. What we instead should try and do is to try and rough up the terrain the best that we can on the borderlands, so that they will not have a sure enough footing to make camp and advance. Secondly, the supply lines from the temple, which lie between the borderlands and the sand waste. That's where they'll be getting their food from. That's where they'll be getting their supplies. If we can disrupt their main supply trolley, the trains that will take them there, then they should be at a significant disadvantage. And finally, and this is perhaps the most dangerous and will likely be the most effective should you be able to reach there and do this. At Fort Kellyan, they will likely be making camp at the very moment. Their leaders, everyone, unlikely to be expecting a fight that far out. If you have some way of getting there, and you can take out their leaders now, we might even not be fighting on united front. It's up to you. That will be the most dangerous. But those are the 3 points at which I believe we can slow them down.
You've put a lot of work into this planning. Thank you.
It only works if you guys make it work.
Well, it'll be a,
What do
it'll
you
be a
think?
team effort. I'll turn to the group. I think, given that... Was it Fort Kellyan? Okay. Since they're staying at Fort Kellyan now, that's probably the option that we have the least amount of time to pursue. So we should attempt to do that first, if we choose to do so. Before they're no longer there. What do you think?
Out of game. Is the trade routes on the way to Fort Kellyan? We
The
could
Borderlands is closest. The trade routes is in between the Sand Wastes and the Borderlands. And then beyond the Sand Wastes is Fort Kellyan.
try and achieve all three, depending on the difficulty of the task.
Mm.
But I agree that Fort Kellyan would be the biggest win for our side.
Mm. I think the supply trolley would definitely also be good.
Yeah, we wouldn't be just cutting off the leaders, we'd be cutting off their force.
Mm. I have a feeling, however, though, that even if we don't manage to succeed at Fort Kellyan, that if we don't manage to disrupt the food supply trolley on the way there, that we'll still have time to disrupt it on the way back. Because they're going to need supplies the whole time. So
Yeah,
worst case,
I
if
agree.
we're running behind on schedule, then we should make our way to Fort Kellyan as much as possible. Otherwise, if we're making good time, then we definitely have to do as much as we can.
We should probably do the Borderlands last, considering if we block it off first, that would stop us from getting back.
It sounds like you have a handle on the situation. Zan replies. So, will you leave at, say, first light? We can start this.
I think so.
Will you need to bring anyone else with?
Just Jennifer, and I look to Osha.
Me?
What would you like to do?
Zan, what should I do? That's not her voice. Zan, what should I do? Zan says. You are, and she looks to Neff, far above me in station now, so I don't think I can act. And Osha says, then I'll join you.
Sounds good.
All right. Okay.
In that case, that'll be the plan, I think, going forward.
Sarazo says, I want to come with you. But if you trust Osha to watch you, Daniel and your mother are still at risk here. Will you be alright if I stay?
I will definitely be alright if you stay. In fact, Sarazar, I'd prefer it. And while you're here, if you do manage to find the time, please keep an eye out for the villagers and the citizens.
Of course. Anything.
And for my family too. And for anybody who stays behind.
Yes. And Gelda steps forward and says, you have the support of the Temple of Abundance. And I assure you that we will be working as hard as everyone. And I will set, there's 60 of us? I can set groups to each garrison so that there's always a healer around. Just in case.
That
For the
sounds
citizens
good.
as well. Of course.
I like that. You have my gratitude.
It's alright. I'm glad to have it. I'm glad to help. And Zan replies, well then, perhaps to get some rest. And then tomorrow, you head out. I probably won't be asleep this evening, so I will knock on your doors if you need a wake up.
Maybe just to be safe.
But Cass, and she turns to Cass and she says, I've managed to convince Damon that it'd be a good idea to let you stay. I've done it again. That one was intentional. Oh, is that the pink-haired guy? And she was, yes. But please don't do anything like that again. And she nods. And you may retire to sleep if you wish to. Or do whatever you wish to do with the evening. Because I believe there are some people who had things they wanted to do.
Small things and one chat, but I don't know if now is the time or not.
Well, Brian, as you sort of make your way out, you can find time to use that if you wish to.
I have 3 things I want to do, but 2 of them are very small. One of them is a chat with Slayer, so...
Up to you.
And I just need to grab Sarazar for a minute.
Okay.
Oh.
On his way out.
Oh.
Okay, so you can grab Sarazar on the way out.
She's just gonna kind of pull him aside and pull a jumper out of her bag that is fully knit, and it's kind of an ombre from kind of a crimson color to like a darker purple to a lighter purple, and at the edge there's just a little bit of kind of like teal, kind of like Neff's magic color, and stitched into the back it says property of Sarazar Dehane.
No!
With love from Slya.
Oh,
Aw.
Thank
You
you.
may not get much use for it in this climate.
No, I'll find a use. Can I give you a hug? He puts an arm around you and gives you a squeeze. You helped me as much as you've helped them, you know. I'm glad that you were with us the whole journey.
You've come to help me quite a lot. I look at you as a role model.
I don't know about that. But thank you for saying it. And Slya, when you come back, I think I have something I need to ask you.
Anything.
When you come back. I have to have a few more conversations first.
uh-huh.
Protect them. For us. Okay.
Alright. Thank you for this. I have to get back to...
Yeah. Of course.
Stay safe.
You
See me
too.
before you leave. Make sure everyone else does as
Okay.
Emma, before Sarazar runs off, can I catch him too? Because I realize I also want to give him something. Not actually
Yes.
for him though.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
Sarazar. Okay.
Stop.
I think Brian runs off. Sarazar says, if I take a while to come back, or if I don't come back, or if Naran comes back, can you give him this? And he just gives a little envelope to Sarazar, and I'll tell you what's in it in private message maybe later.
I won't look in this, but All-Star, you'll come back. I know you will. He puts a hand on your shoulder.
Brian just pats the arm and then turns around.
And he disappears back into Sobek's mansion. So, everyone else, Neff and Bluey, you heading back up to sleep, or do you have anything you wish to do?
I want to. I want to ask Ursha to look through the materials she brought.
Mm-hmm. And she passes them to you. She doesn't. You're at the sort of door to the mansion at this point.
Okay.
She doesn't look as though she's about to go inside.
Are you going to come in?
Neff, we have only known each other, so let's.
No. Safe location.
Okay, I think I should retire as well.
Okay.
But
Thank you for the materials. I really appreciate it.
well, That's okay. Traditionally, one of us keeps this, and she holds up the sapphire, and the other one keeps this, holds up the. And she says, "I'll let you choose."
The cord and the sapphire, did you say?
Yep, you pick one, and the other one keeps the other.
Which one do you like more?
Oh my gosh! Please choose.
I like the cord.
Okay. She passes you the cord, and she puts the sapphire in her pocket, and she says, "All right then.
Ah.
I'll see you in the morning."
Alright, have a restful night.
And she squeezes your shoulder, and she leaves.
If she squeezes my shoulder, I'm gonna embrace her in an actual hug. Nephew's a huggy
Okay.
mofo.
She seems a bit taken aback at first, and then she returns the hug. And she smiles.
Stay safe.
I will. I'll see you in the morning.
Have a good night.
You too. And she turns.
And I want to ask, I want to find Slia.
Okay.
Not that hard to find.
I find you easily.
Slaya's in demand today.
Slia, hi. When are you planning on taking your watch, if at all?
Okay, we're not taking a watch together. That went very badly last time.
Yeah, you might be right. In that case, if you don't mind, I want to take the first watch. But I'll ask the others as well. Have a good night. Thank you very
You too.
much for all of your efforts and support today. It means a lot.
Congratulations.
Thank you. This is so weird. This is so weird. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Aw.
And I'll kind of pat you on the shoulder and head inside, I guess.
Yeah.
That's it. With my bag of stuff.
Brian? Okay. Brian?
Okay. So I've got a couple of things that I want to do, but I'll try and do them real quickly. Can I use the mirror while Snef is talking to Slya?
Sure.
Okay.
What do you wish to look for at?
This might be upsetting, guys.
Go for it.
What would have happened if I had taken Cole's trade for Ender?
Oh shit, wait, hang on. Sorry. What did you say?
What would have happened if I had taken Karul's trade for Ender?
Okay.
I love this mirror.
Look.
This mirror will mess people up. I can see it happening.
Yeah.
That's why Brian hasn't told anyone else about it.
Hang on. I need to find it in my notes.
You just think he's checking himself out a lot.
Looking at his new JoJo form.
Oh, he needs a Pajona! One
Yes,
day.
I'll do it. If you say so.
Oh my god.
if you insist.
If you insist. I want to do a full group sketch. I just haven't had time. Sorry, my notes are still loading. Where would this even be?
How much would a full group sketch commission cost? Just out of curiosity.
Oh dear God! Don't do this to me. It depends.
I'm just gonna, out of curiosity, just sheer curiosity, I might just ask you about that later.
Oh God. Oh no.
Just asking.
Oh. Session 29. Feels about right. To where the notes would be. Sorry, dudes.
No, it's okay.
29 was the aftermath of whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah, holy
that's
shit. Oh,
We're just gonna quickly send Emma what was in that envelope, and she can look it up when she wants.
That's super fine. Super fine. Maybe it's in D&D on the sea. Sorry, there's so many versions of these notes. Disappointment Crew, Session 30, note. Season 2 campaign, note. D&D on the sea. Open. Sorry, guys. There's
Old.
thousands of pages. This is all Wycliffe. Oh no. No, that's not gonna happen. 28. Because I don't want to tell you something that's not true. Ender. Heading to Kalkan. It might be in there.
Oh, this was the trade at Meltan. Right?
Yeah, I have just.
Yeah.
I just don't look after my notes very well, so they're all called random things. There's no like method to the madness necessarily. Session 20. Come on, please be in this one. I think it might be. Yes. Okay.
Good job.
Session 20.
Oh.
Okay. So, what was your question again?
What would have happened if I had taken Karul's trade for Ender?
Okay. I don't know if this is going to be good for your character arc. Alright. The trade was for what was behind Brandel Payne's eye.
Okay.
You look into the into the mirror, and you see not yourself reflected, but you see the scene of the ritual combat. And if you've taken the trade for Ender, then you watch as a familiar figure starts walking towards you through the chaos of a camp that has just been attacked by the successful side of the ritual combat. The sandstone has turned red to indicate that you have acted against the will of the Sphinx gods by attacking Randall Payne. But through all of this, you see, looking bewildered and confused, missing an arm, Ender rushing towards you.
Okay. Brian puts the mirror away and goes to find Slayer, but he looks... The happiness from gaining weight and gaining height has slowly gone away. And he's going to find Slayer.
So he's just getting ready for bed.
Okay. Brian's gonna knock on the door.
Yes.
Slayer, I said I would talk to you this evening. I'll try and make it quick. If that's alright with you.
Sure.
Okay. Brian lets himself in. I know that we drank the potion, but before I was concerned about you. I know you asked about me, but I don't think you have been taking care of yourself either.
I will say sometimes in the midst of things I just forget, and not intentional, just sometimes slips away from me.
I'm sorry I didn't notice it sooner.
It's not your job to worry about me.
I worry about all of you, which is new to me. I just want you to be happy and healthy. And if you were concerned about me, there's no way I could be happy or healthy knowing that you are not. Slayer, I promised I'd be honest with you. And I don't want to go into long emotional tirades. I don't think they're good for either. But I'll tell you something. I don't have in my heart any love for myself. But what keeps me going is my love for all of you, for everyone close to me. And I just want to make sure you're all okay. And if you stay safe and take care of yourself, then I think that'd be enough to sustain. Try and do better, if that would help you.
You can just kind of see that she's choosing her words very carefully because she knows she went off on Brian before and is trying to just be a bit more careful. I'm sorry for being harsh with you before. I react poorly. I should have known better. You deserve better than that, especially for I know that whatever that potion did brought you back to a semblance of health. I don't know. Well, I read the bottle. I know how long it lasts for, but I know that caring for the rest of all well and good, but you do need to care for you. We love you. We all love you for who you are. And Loran loves you.
Brian's not making eye contact with that.
It's not about your ties or your abilities. Just you. We love you. You're important to us.
I hope one day to understand that. But I know how I feel about all of you. I can at least sympathize. So I promise. To be honest with you, I have never been a very large person, particularly healthy. But I know that I've been not taking care of myself, considering all that's happened. But I think I need to realize that everyone is in a situation. And I can't destroy myself if it will hurt the rest of you. It just takes me a while to realize. Today, I think I realized how bad it was. And I am very grateful to Osha for that potion, for both of us. I hope we can both do better.
Me too. So it's
Brian
going to
just-
go for a hug.
Yeah, Brian goes for the hug. And I had one favor to ask you because I was thinking about it earlier, and it's actually I thought it didn't bother me, but it does bother me, and I would like to send a message to Loran before we leave, if that's okay with you.
Of course.
Okay. You don't have to tell him it's from me. I mean, I'm sure it will sound equally as concerned from your perspective, and you're good friends. So I just want to ask him, are you safe? And at the end, just say Jet, so he knows that it's us.
Okay, I will transmit that to Loran if I can.
Okay.
Further out. We're poets.
You guys.
Let me summon him very quickly.
Oh wait, I have him. He's somewhere here.
Oh yeah, the pillow. Yeah.
Can you see him? He's there.
Ah,
Yeah.
the cat
Let me
boy.
do this for you over and over and over again.
He has arrived.
All right. So what was your message again? Are you safe? Jet.
Yes.
All-Star? I hope it's you. I'm safe. I wish I was back there with you, though. Not too long now. Jet.
And Slay is going to transmit word for word.
Okay. Brian's looking at the ground, and you just see like his hair's glowing a little bit, and then he's like, "All right, good night, Slayer," and he's gonna go and take a bath.
Oh my god, so cute! Okay. Alright. After all of this, finally, Bluey, is there anything you wish to do?
Not really, no.
Alright. Then, with the knowledge of your mission tomorrow ahead of you, you all go to sleep. Wherever you wish, in the mansion, in the guard's house. And
It's me sleeping.
try to rest in spite of the day ahead. And that's where we'll leave it for this week. Now let me just check. Next weekend might not be doable for me. I've just realised because my family is up to say goodbye to me before I go off to Japan.
Oh, good luck.
And then the fourth fun fact is when I land in Japan. So, if possible, could we do a different day? If I can't do next week. If not, then we'll just skip the 4th and we'll be back on the 11th.
Could do late on the Saturday, next Saturday.
Domash?
Yeah, weekends are easy, yeah. If you want to
Okay,
do
I'm
it
open.
1 week from now, 6 days from now, on the Saturday in the evening.
Okay, let me
prefer-
check that in. Go on.
That's I have a dinner that night, but it won't go late. So
No, I was gonna say I could even do the evening. You guys do the morning.
Yep, that works for me.
yeah.
On this. Yeah. So I'll let you know which other way is best, but let's aim for that rather than Sunday Sunday morning.
Can anyone do weekday or?
I can.
I can't do
But I
any
don't know
Australian weekday evenings. Unless it's
Let
2
me
weeks
check
in
my
advance.
calendar.
Okay.
Um,
I need to go because I've got to go to the shop.
Yeah, we'll
But,
work it out on chat.
Let's post a poll
Okay.
in the chat or something like that, and we can figure it all out. But well,
Okay.
congratulations, Thomas.
Congratulations, Emma.
First in-game wedding
Yeah.
wasn't even Ryan and Laura or Peridia and
Or literally
Brilliant,
any of the other
Fire,
couples.
Yeah.
it was the one-day wonder.
We've known each other for a day. Amazing. This is a Disney wedding, literally.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
Ariel meets Eric. It was meant to be. I love him, father.
But Daddy, I love him.
Oh god.
I just rewatched that movie so many times. It's all on DVD.
Or I love Ursula so much. So much.
I love Ursula. I want Lizzo to play Ursula
Yes!
in the remake. That would be really good.
That would be really good.
oh,
Quick question. Are we talking about doing next sesh at like the end of this week? Because I can do Thursday and Friday mornings. Just putting that out there. If we're doing this week, I don't know. For the other days, I have
Friday?
university.
Yeah, I could do Friday morning in theory, but then I don't know what your dealio is or Aylin.
My morning is fine.
My schedule is open. Just tell me when
Okay.
and I'll be awake.
And
Anna,
Anna, your
what-
university doesn't go back until the 2nd, right? Because my sister goes there as well. Oh, the 5th. Easy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we could do.
It's just that, yeah, the next weekends
Mhm.
are a little bit.
Yeah. So how
Like
about we do
this.
Friday morning?
Friday morning.
So
work.
This week.
Sydney, Melbourne, Friday morning.
Yep. And then for
Is
me,
that a
it'd-
6
so
a.m. start
Thursday.
time?
Oh God, no, you don't have to be 6 a.m.
I don't
Um,
personally
late
mind
for
6
you.
a.m.
7 a.m. That's a 10 o'clock start for
6:30?
you, Emma.
Yes, that's a very good point.
6:30 is a 9:30 for you.
Oh, edgy. Do you know what? That's fine. I can make it work. Let's do.
6:30 a.m. Friday. I'm gonna write it in my
Oh
diary.
God.
I get up really early, so I can call anybody, so it's fine.
6:30 a.m. is doable.
Are you sure about that?
Anna. Wait, Aylin, what time is that for you?
Wait, I don't even know.
It's
It
like,
might actually be better because I remember last time we did an early morning. It was like daytime for you. And I
Yeah, it was
like, wow,
weird.
This is
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in normal lighting as opposed to like night lighting.
To
it'll
be
be
honest,
3:30
always,
p.m. I
I don't
think.
know. To me, it looks like daytime. Yeah.
Daytime. Daytime.
So 6:30 a.m. for
Daytime.
us will be 3:30
No.
p.m. for Aylin,
Daytime.
and 9:30
Yeah.
p.m. for Emma, I think.
Oh God.
7,
Okay.
9:30 p.m., which means we'll finish close to Emma's midnight.
My natural
Okay.
waking up time is like 5 a.m. anyway, so it's easy.
That's fine. We can do
Yikes.
that. All right then. Let's do it. Anna, I believe in you. I could feel hear the fear in your voice, but I trust.
Should
Now
I-
I'm gonna
6:30
go.
a.m. Friday.
Finish
Should I
this,
should I like
finish my
call at
commissions
6?
and do Captive Prince fan art because I think that's on my mind.
Yes, please. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Laurence
After
is my
commission. After commission.
Oh, good luck with
All right, then.
commissions.
Thanks, pal. All
See
right,
you
guys.
Friday, guys.
See ya.
Much love.
See you Friday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.